High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
No matter what life holds, we'll be there for you. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And welcome to another edition of North Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. I'm Ryan Skaggs, joined by Brandon Fury, the quarterback extraordinaire, in the booth here with me for another game. We got Sandpoint taking on Lake City tonight on homecoming night. And we've got, I think they're lining up for national anthems and honoring moms and everything else tonight, as we got a whole bunch of festivities going on for tonight's ball game. What should be a pretty decent game. You got Sandpoint coming off of a tough loss last week to Lewiston in overtime, which if you didn't watch that game, I saw the end of it after our game. I watched the last 4 minutes of regulation and the overtime session. That was an amazing ball game and just a tough loss for the Bulldogs. But Lake City coming into this game needing kind of a trademark win, I guess you could say, in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, no doubt. Sandpoint, they're going to be emotional coming to this game. They've been really close in beating some of these 5A opponents this year and just fell short. For Lake City, they really need that big win to boost them as they're getting into league play against some really tough teams this year. This is going to be a pivotal game for both teams as we're starting to transition to the phase of the season where we're playing league, so it's going to be big for both teams here to get a win right for it. Yeah, I mean, and it's homecoming, obviously, for the T-Wolves playing at home tonight. In front of a decent crowd out there, and the band's here. The student section's starting to trickle in as ready for some football. Of course, Sandpoint always travels well, and their fans are packing the visitor side of the bleachers over there. And Sandpoint going to be in their road white uniforms with the anthracite gray pants and red helmets and red trim. Nice looking uniform for the Bulldogs. Thank goodness they didn't wear their gray tops, because man, I tell you what, you literally cannot. It's like Coeur d'Alene when they wore their grays. You just couldn't read the uniform. Getting numbers is next to impossible. Sandpoint going to be in the wolf gray uniforms with the navy blue pants and the gray helmet. It's going to be a sharp look for the T-Wolves tonight in this ball game. Kind of a contrasting style, obviously, for both teams. Sandpoint kind of runs a multiple offense now, led by Parker Pettit, the senior quarterback. Well known across the state of Idaho for his ability at the quarterback position. They're missing some dudes from last year's team, obviously, but they are still paced by some all-state caliber players and all-state winners from last year, notably Wes Benefield, the middle linebacker for the Bulldogs. Yeah, he definitely flies around the field. I've watched him multiple years now as I came from Lakeland, and yeah, that's a guy that's going to fly around and someone that's going to be pivotal and see how Lake City slows him down, because he can be a game wrecker there, and the T-Wolves are going to have to figure out how to slow down him on blitzes and who's going to pick him up. If not, it could be a long night for the T-Wolves. Yeah, and you got two other guys up front on the offensive line for the Bulldogs that are all state players in Wyland Durrell and Carson Laybourne. Definitely a stout unit for
for this Bulldog team. I mean, and we know what they can do. They've just been missing some pieces, and tonight they get Coda Hartley back, a senior for the Bulldogs that contributes. I mean, last year we saw him play really well down the stretch, and especially in the playoff run, and then got hurt before the state semifinal game. And so they finally get him back tonight. And I know they're excited to see him on both sides of the ball. You'll see him a little bit of spot duty in offense, but you really see him wreak havoc out of the secondary on defense. So good to see Coda back in the lineup for the Bulldogs, and they're starting to get back to full strength. So should be a fun game and an entertaining game nonetheless for tonight's ball game.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the big key here tonight for the T-Wolves is how are we going to slow down, the man, the myth, the left, Parker Pettit. I mean, he's been one of the best quarterbacks here in Idaho, as everyone knows, and he's been doing great all season. I think that's going to be the big key is how you slow him down, and we've seen him really extend last week in the rushing game against Lewiston in a game where a lot of people had the Bulldogs just notched off, where they thought Lewiston was going to run away with it, but again, we see the Sandpoint team battling with these 5As for the T-Wolves coming in. How do you slow down Parker Pettit? Yeah,
and that's going to be the question. What can they do? Because once Parker gets going, he gets the hot hand. A little bit of the dropsies, you could say, by the receivers early in the year for the Bulldogs. And they're correcting those issues, and they're being able to find a little bit of their momentum, especially in the running game. Max Frank, we saw last year as a sophomore at wide receiver, played out of his mind at wide receiver. Now they've running a little bit multiple in the wing T, and then you're seeing him in the run game now really effective with a couple TDs last week. So I think we've got the national anthem coming up, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back here with starting lineups and the opening kickoff just a couple minutes here on IdahoSports.com.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it, how to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
And we're back here at Lake City High School here in Coeur d'Alene. Just a beautiful evening here in late September, the last evening of the month, and should be a great ball game tonight. This is a IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night, brought to you by Mountain West Bank. And I want to thank our other major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Department of Transportation, Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers, which you can still head on down there and buy one of those $10 raffle tickets to win yourself a brand new car from Parker Toyota here in Coeur d'Alene. So they're giving those away again this year, and I think they're doing a Subaru, if I'm not mistaken, for Lakeland and Sandpoint, a few of the other schools. So pretty cool deal that the local dealerships do here, and should be a decent ball game as we're waiting the starting lineups for both teams and the officials for tonight's ball game. Referee is Chad Deuce. The umpire, Cole Turnbull. Keith Olson is the head linesman. Line judge, Brian Adama, and the back judge is Mike Martin. So we're doing the coin toss, waiting to see who's going to get the opening kick, and Sandpoint introduced as a team for their starting lineup, so we did not get a starting lineup from the Bulldogs just yet, but I can tell you they will be led offensively by Parker Pettit, the starting quarterback, Ari Vandenberg, a senior wide receiver, and Sandpoint defers, so they will receive in the second half. So if Lake City is going to get the football to start things out here in tonight's ball game.
going to be interesting to see how Lake City starts. Always when you get the ball first, you want to come out and kind of hit the team in the mouth, you know. And Sandpoint, they're going to come in this game, even though they're 1-3 right now, they're going to come in with a lot of confidence. I mean, lost a close game to Coeur d'Alene, close game to Lewis.
That is the most deceptive 1-3 record I think you could ever, like, that's the most understated, like.
Yeah.
They're still getting votes in the top 5.
I was about to say, I was listening to the Prepcast earlier this week, and they're still getting votes at number 2. I mean, they've hung with every 5A team. They know they belong here. They're not scared. And Lake City also knows that. Sandpoint's not going to be a team that's scared. I mean, they almost swept the 5A last year, so Lake City knows they're going to have to put their best game on tonight if they want to take down the Bulldogs here during homecoming.
Yeah, and so Sandpoint's going to be kicking off to start this one. And, we don't want to slide anybody for the Lake City because obviously they're led by a stud in his own right. He's a 3-star recruit, and Zach Johnson, the wideout for the T-Wolves. They're going to try to get him, the ball any way they can, whether it's in motions. It's going to be, trying to get him on a fly sweep. They'll get him down the field in the passing game with Jackson Pettit, the quarterback. But a bunch of different ways that they're going to try to get him involved and keep the T-Wolves in this game. As Gove's got the ball teed up, and we're about ready to get things underway with the opening kickoff. And a short kick. It's almost kind of a squibber and hits it. It's almost recovered, but Lake City's going to get the ball at the 35-yard line to start things off.
First drive here, very interested to see if we come out with a running attack or if we're going to go with the maybe a quick passing attack to get Zach Johnson the ball here. Maybe, some quick screens, get Pettit going here and try to get the Sandpoint defense on their toes.
Yeah, and, so Lake City's going to be on offense to start things out here, and we'll see what the T-Wolf offense can get going on, kind of a spread attack for the T-Wolves, as we're going to see Pettit in the shotgun, the true shotgun, not a pistol with an up back and a single back. He's going to hand off to the running back straight ahead, and he gets swarmed under and dumped. A gain of about 2.5, maybe 3 yards on the carry. That was number 10, Jake Whitehead, on the carry.
Good first down play there. Very interested. I haven't got to watch a lot of Lake City tonight, this year, so I'm really excited to see what they can do offensively against a pretty good Sandpoint defense.
Mm-hmm. No, this is a really good back end of the passing game, too. His handoff to Whitehead again. Tries going around the left side. He's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And that was, guess who? That's our friend Levi Ballison, Captain Chaos from last year, on the tackle.
3rd and long here. We're going to see Pettit go back and throw his first pass, and it's not going to be one of those easy ones you like to get your quarterback going with. It's going to have to be something. It's about 3rd, 7, long 7 here. You're going to see him make his first pass, and it's going to get kind of deep here.
I mean, he's a lengthy quarterback with a decent arm, so be able to see if he can air it out here. Is 3 receivers out in the formation, 1 to the left, 2 to the right. He's going to drop back. He's looking for his man. He's got a receiver across the middle. Then the slant pattern, he picks up enough for the first down, a gain of about 10 yards, maybe we'll call it 11 on the play. That reception was by number 1, Trevor Cogley. So Pettit perfect on his first pass. It connects for a first down.
Really good read from Pettit. They're in a too-high look right now, and that middle of the field's open, and those linebackers did not drop back far enough. Hit it right in the seam, and it was good play there.
Yeah, nice find by Pettit, and against a decent secondaries. He's going to hand off again. Whitehead going straight ahead. Finds room right up the middle and picks up a nice gain on first down, a pickup of about 14 yards. And they just keep moving right along, being able to find an open seam and gash the Sandpoint defense.
Seen a good first drive here from Lake City, playing with a little bit of tempo. Something we seen from Post Falls last week when we watched. They're still playing with the tempo. They still go in huddle, but there's still a good tempo here so far from Lake City.
So snap goes to Petty. He's going to hand off again straight ahead. Whitehead, just a slight little guy, but just runs hard. Picks up 9 yards on first down.
I'll tell you what, he's running hard, and it is working right now. They are gashing. The guys up front are making a hole, and he's just gashing the Sandpoint defense right now.
Which is, you don't normally see because you got guys like Wes Benefield in the middle of that defense and linebacker, and you're able to see those offensive linemen fire out and get to the second level. That's a good sign for those T-Wolves. Is Pettit waiting the snap. He's going to get it drop back. He's passing again, looking for a receiver. He's going to roll to his left, trying to find anybody. Pressure's coming on. He's going to finally pull it down and run, and he's going to fall down. I think he's maybe a gain of 1 on the scramble.
He had the backside. He never got to his third read there. They were in a cover 1 there. Linebackers came down, I think, to slow down that run game there for Sandpoint. They switched their defense from that cover 2 look we were seeing to the cover 1. He actually had that backside post open there for a little bit, just never got to it in his progressions.
So Pettit with the empty set, 5 wide in the formation. Whitehead in motion going across. And he's going to pass the slant again, looking for Cogley, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down and 1 from the 29-yard line.
Seen 2 passes back-to-back there on a short yard gain. That one, they went back to that slant pattern they had done with the second play of the game, and it didn't work out this time. We've seen the linebacker there from Sandpoint really come over and fill and make that throw have to be really quick, and it just didn't work out that time.
So 4th and short, Lake City's going to go for it here. They're going to hand off Whitehead, going straight ahead, runs into the stack, and I don't know if he got to the line. He didn't get to the line of scrimmage. I think they got him for no gain, maybe a loss of a half yard, and it'll be turnover on downs. Ball going over to the Sandpoint offense.
Promising drive ended there early, and that one we might put a little bit on the play caller there. We've seen 2 passes after a good first down gain. It's always good to take the shot, but then again try to put the ball back on the ground on the 3rd down. And
I mean, but did you take the shot there? I mean, you only passed. You went on a 3-yard slant pattern, and you got decent size in the receiver corps. They didn't even look at Johnson out there as, going to Cogley again. No offense to him. He's a great receiver, too. But Parker Pettit's going to be in the pistol. Single back behind him is Sherrill. And waiting the snap. 2 receivers to each side. He's going to hand off and straight ahead. Nothing doing. Met right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of maybe a foot or 2. Sorry, that was Cody Brewster, the running back. We saw Brewster come into the playoffs last year and some spot duty for Cox and played awesome in the games that he saw action in. So he's a totally different type of back, a quick, shifty guy. Good receiver out of the backfield is Brewster. So Pettit gets the snap, hands off to Brewster again. Through a couple tackles. He's around the left side. He's got room, and he's got the first down and then some. Picks up about 13 on the carry.
Good carry there. Bounced to the outside, made a couple guys miss, which ended up with a 13-yard gain. It's going to be a good game tonight. I think it might be a really big offensive game for both teams here.
We know both teams can actually score. I mean, we saw Sandpoint light it up against Lewiston last week with 38 against that Bengal defense. As Pettit's in the pistol again on 1st down at 10. Ball at the 43-yard line. Handoff to Brewster. Shifty little guy gets met and hit hard in the backfield. And they're going to get him forward progress, maybe a yard. Tackle by Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson he's flying from that linebacker position. Twice he's met Brewster right in the hole. He's meeting him right in the hole is what you want to see from your middle linebacker, and he's made some big plays here for Lake City start.
It's not normally the combination you see, wide receiver, Mike linebacker. But Johnson's a stud athlete and had himself a terrific camp this summer down in Boise. At the team camp down there is now Sandpoint in the wing tee. Pettit under center. He's going to turn around and hand it straight ahead. And nice gain there on 2nd down. Pickup of 3, maybe 4 yards. I think that was Max Frank on the carry.
Another good play there. We've seen him switch to the wing tee, give the T-Wolves a different look, and it was a good push there. Brings up a 3rd manageable. Playbook is wide open right here for Sandpoint.
And you got Wes Benefield now checking into the backfield. But we saw him get 1 touch last year in the playoffs, and it went for like a 47-yard touchdown run. So we know what he can do is Pettit's going to be in the pistol. Benefield in the backfield with him, and they're going to shift into the wing tee. Pettit back up under center now. Vandenberg's going to go to the tight end slot on the right side. Awaiting the play call here. With 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Turnaround handoff. Little counter action. Max Frank going straight ahead, and he's going to get the 1st down. I think a generous spot there, but they're going to get him spotted for the first.
A little bit of a generous spot there, too. It looked like he fell just short of the line. Looked like it should have been a 4th down and 1, maybe a couple inches there, but ends up being a 1st down, and we're seeing that shift. That shift really messes with the defense when you're in spread, and all of a sudden it comes into wing tee. Everything has to flip really quick, and you already got a play call in for the defense, so interested to see how the T-Wolves handle that tonight.
So Pettit in the pistol. Spread formation, 2 receivers to each side. Brewster back in the backfield. Pettit just got moxie. You know, he's pretty savvy back there in the backfield, kind of like another coach on the field as Brewster's going to run straight ahead for a gain of 6. Actually, we'll give him 7 on the carry.
Yeah, no doubt. It's nice having a quarterback that knows the offense, but can come on the sideline and say, hey, look at here. I think one thing Pettit just seen in that last play is we're seeing an outside linebacker guard one of these slot receivers on the inside. They only have one corner over here. There's going to be some opportunity here for the Sandpoint to get some quick passes to their slot receiver.
So don't be surprised if they take a shot here on 2nd down and short. Pettit in the pistol. Single back behind him is Benefield. Snap, drops back. He's going to pass short over on the left or the right side in the flat. And it's going to be a loss of 1 on the pass. The reception by number 17, Connor Hinberg. Hinberg was the hero in the playoffs. He got a touchdown with time waning against Blackfoot and having himself a decent season so far for the Bulldogs.
And there was that quick pass, but we just seen the missed block on the one corner out there. That could have been a big gainer for him, but as a receiver, you got to make that block in the screen passes.
So Pettit waiting the play call off the sideline. He's in the pistol. Back in the backfield with him is Benefield. 3rd down and 5. Handoff. It's going to be a quarterback keeper straight ahead. Pettit's going to run it. He's going to be brought down just shy of the line to gain. So that'll bring a 4th down and 1. So gain of 4 on the keeper from Parker Pettit.
Seeing a heavy dose of the run game here from Sandpoint. Only 1 pass so far, and I expect the same thing here. They're probably going to hand this ball off to Brewster and just say, hey, go get the 1st down for us.
No, they got the big hoss in the backfield now. So you got Benefield back there. They're going to shift into the wing tee. Pettit's going to go under center.
Quarterback sneak here possibly if it's in the playbook. Just go right behind those big guys and go for that 1st down.
Hunter Garcia in the slot to the right side. And handoff, keeper going to be rolling around the left side. Pettit keeps it. He's going to get the 1st down and then some. He picks up 7 on the carry. We'll give him 8. It's going to be marked down at just shy of the 30-yard line.
Good little play there, and I think it caught the T-Wolves off guard there. It looks like that's one of those plays on 4th and 1 where you're just going to hand it right up the middle, and they actually take it off tackle with Pettit.
Yeah, they pulled the backside guard, and he faked the dive and then followed the guard around the left side to end up picking up the 1st down. So Pettit going to be back in the pistol, single back in the backfield. With them is Joseph Hughes checking in. He's going to go into motion out to the left. Pettit's going to pass the screen out to the right to Max Frank. Max is going to pick up a few yards, and he's going to get brought down across the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. So nice gain there of 7 to 8 yards on the reception. Bring up 2nd down and 2. Hurry up offense now set up for the Bulldogs back in their spread formation.
Good little play there.
Pettit the pistol. The clap snap. And he's going to drop back, pass again to the right side, finds Ari Vandenberg in the flat to the right. Nice gain there on 2nd down. It's going to bring up the 1st and a pickup of, we'll call it 7 on the reception. Bring up 1st down and 10. Ball spotted just across the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Zach Johnson almost jumped that play, and if he catches that, we might still see him running down the field right now.
Yeah, that's a dude with wheels, and you're seeing taillights on that one. Pettit's going to be in the pistol. He's going to hand off Brewster around the left side on the zone play. There's a flag on the play after a nice gain, but we'll see. That's in the area of holding, so we'll see what the call is.
I think I seen a holding there off 77, their left tackle over there. Looked like he got a piece of the Timberwolves jersey there.
Yeah, there was a bit of a line stunt there from the T-Wolves, and I think it just caught him in the gap, and so that'll be a loss of 10. It'll remain 1st down.
Good first drive here. Penalties can kill a drive, though, and we see 1st and 20 now. Wouldn't be surprised here to maybe take a shot with Parker Pettit, and he hasn't thrown anything down the field yet. Wouldn't be surprised to see a shot here.
He throws dimes, I can tell you that much, as Pettit in the pistol. They're going to change the play. Not a real high safety look here from the T-Wolves. Everybody's kind of within 10 yards of the box now. You kind of see the safeties bail out of the boxes. Pettit's going to keep it on the zone read and pick up 5 on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd down at 15.
Seeing a heavy dose of Parker Pettit. Same thing we seen kind of last week in Lewiston. They got Lewiston. The Bengals got a heavy dose of Parker Pettit's running. We're seeing the same thing here, which honestly, if they get the run game going, can open up this passing attack that hasn't really been great here for Sandpoint this year, not like we've seen the year before.
Well, last year, it was their run game set up their passing game. You have a guy like Garrett Cox in the backfield. I mean, that does you some favors. A guy that runs for 1,300 yards. As Pettit gets the snap, he's going to roll to his right. Play action, he's looking for a man. He's going to throw it towards the end zone and over the head of his intended receiver. He was looking for Garcia. And that'll go incomplete, bring up 3rd down and 15.
We're going to see that play revisited here from Sandpoint. Good coverage on the outside from the T-Wolves, but if Pettit got to his final read, number 10, his tight end, was coming across, and there was no one there. Probably could have walked in the end zone. That'll definitely be a play that will be revisited here from the Bulldogs.
Yeah. So Sandpoint back in the pistol. 2 receivers to each side. Vandenberg in the slot to the left as Brewster goes in motion. They're going to set up the screen to the right side to Max Frank. He's got blockers ahead of him and picks up 5 on the screen play. It'll bring up 4th down and 10. They do have a decent kicker in Jacob Gove that is well within his range. We'll see if they decide to go for it here, if they're going to elect to kick the field goal.
Looks like they're bringing the field goal unit on. Long 4th down. I mean, you are backing them up if you go for it, but if you have the kicker, why not try to get the points?
So they're going to go with the holder is going to be Zimmerman. And kicking is actually, I believe, going to be Luke Pertek. And he puts the toe to it, and we got our first points of the ball game. Sandpoint goes out to a 3-0 lead.
I think if you're Lake City, you're happy with that right there. Getting that stop there, that penalty, that was the drive killer there for Sandpoint, who was driving down the field. That penalty killed him, and good stand there from Lake City, really good stand.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it too, they ran 7 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock on that drive, but you only hold them to 3 points, so nice job by the Lake City defense, kind of weathering the storm there of the Bulldog offense, and that, just results in a field goal. A nice little attempt there from Pertek, the kicker. Hits I believe that was about a 29-yard attempt. 31, now we'll go officially, I think 31 yards on the attempt, so not too bad connection there, but I mean, interesting. I mean, we saw Lake City came out last drive. They moved the ball really well. They just stalled out, and on 4th and short got stonewalled up front. So,
yeah,
if you're the play call here for the T-Wolves, it's kind of what are you going to dial up? I mean,
and I totally agree. And I seen that one high. They changed from that 2 high safety look Sandpoint first came out with, and they brought an extra defender in the box, leaving 1 high safety. I'm really intrigued to see if Lake City switches some things up with 1 high safety. Those seams do open up if you can get one of your guys to take the safety out of the play. Maybe take a shot here and surprise Sandpoint here on the first play.
So Jacob Gove got that teed up for the kickoff, and he's actually going to send it down the field, and it's going to be Cogley's going to be the receiver at the 10-yard line. He brings it across the 25, and that spun out of bounds. And that'll be 1st down and 10 for Lake City with 8 seconds left here in the first quarter play. Ball spotted across the 25. I think they're going to give him the 28.
Yep, looks like the 28. Yeah, like I said, we seen Sandpoint switch their defense midway through the drive when that run game got going. Interested to see if they come back out in that 2 high or if they're going to come back out in that 1 high safety. And that could change a lot as a play caller when you get those different looks.
So 1st down at 10 from the 28. Maybe the 29. Hand off to the right side to Whitehead. He dances around the hole, and he's going to be brought down. Minimal gain, maybe a half yard, maybe shorter than that. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Sandpoint out early, 3-0 on Lake City. We'll be back here in 60 seconds on IdahoSports.com.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go.
Because you already give them something money can't buy. We'll help with everything else, no matter what life holds. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
So we're back here at Lake City High School as we flip ends of the field for the start of the second quarter of play. Sandpoint up 3-0. And as I change the scoreboard, so we got the right quarter out there, not confusing everybody out there. Lake City going to be in the shotgun. Motion man's Cogley out to the right side. They're going to hand a fumble. Ball's on the ground, and I think Sandpoint jumped on that one. And we got our first turnover of the ball game. Sandpoint does recover. And who did we get for the recovery on that one?
Didn't get a number on that one.
I want to say it was 67 Austin Smith, I think, is the defensive lineman that picked that one up.
Swarm of Bulldogs were there on that one. That's
actually, no, that was Hunter Garcia on the recovery.
Huge turnover there, and we seen the mishap between the quarterback. It looked like the quarterback fumbled the snap a little bit and didn't get into Zach Johnson's hand there where they put him in the backfield, like you said, going to give him any way to get the ball, and just didn't work out for him. Bad exchange from the quarterback, and Sandpoint's right back in scoring range.
So Sandpoint has the ball at the 20-yard line of Lake City. So short field to work with here. Parker Pettit under center, wing T formation behind him. He's going to turn around, and he's going to hand it straight ahead on the dive play. Left side, and that was Brewster with it. Picks up the nice gain, 9. He slipped and kind of made his own tackle. He could have probably put one more cut in the ground and might have found the end zone on that one.
Good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good. It was a good first play there. It was almost like it was going to be bottled up from Lake City, but Brewster makes a great cut and gets to the outside and almost made a second cut. And like you said, might have been in the end zone on that play if he could stay on his feet.
Levi Ballison checks into the game in the backfield for the Bulldogs, and he's going to get his first touch, jumps over a defender on the ground and might pick up enough. He's close to the line again. We'll see there. Ballison, an interesting athlete. He's not the biggest kid on the field. I mean, I mean that in height. They say he's 5'11", maybe, but he bench presses like 375 pounds. He's a freak show. He squats well over 400. He might be pushing, I think, 500 pounds now on the squat. Power cleans. I think he's over 400 pounds on the power clean as well. Handoff Frank over the right side on the counter, and he's going to pick up 4 in the first down. As he gets across the 10, that'll bring a first down and goal from the 8-yard line.
Heavy dose of this wing T here early, and it's been working in the Bulldogs' favor. The only reason they got out of it last drive is that holding penalty, and they do like to mix it up going from that spread and that wing T, and it really doesn't allow the defense to figure anything out. It's just a guessing game for the defense, especially as a defensive coordinator. Yeah. You don't know what formation they're coming out in each play.
You know, Levi Ballison, another cool story about him is he's a lacrosse player. So, like, you know, out here playing football because they play lacrosse in the spring, and so we kind of use him as our student expert when we talk about lacrosse in the North Idaho Prepcast. He likes to interact with us online. Is Pettit going to be the pistol? He's going to put it out to the left side on the fade pattern, looking for the corner of the end zone, incomplete, just out of the hands of Max Frank. It'll bring up a second down and goal.
A little bit off the same page. Not on the same page there. I think his receiver was looking for the back shoulder, and Pettit was trying to lead him to the corner of the end zone. Just a little bit of miscommunication there from the receiver and quarterback. Could have been a big play, just fell incomplete there.
He puts it to the pylon, and if he runs straight at the pylon, that's 6. I mean, Frank had the corner given away. The cornerback was playing inside. So back under center now is Pettit. Maybe a nice spot right here for play action. We'll see. Handoff Frank over the left side. Down to the 5, spinning around, and he's going to stay right there at the 5-yard line, so pick up a 3 on the carry. I'm going to bring up third down.
Another big third down here. Can Lake City get another stop and hold them to a field goal? If you're here in Sandpoint, you can have this as 4-down territory. You want to get a positive gain here on third down to make it fourth manageable. If you're Lake City, get a stop in the backfield, and you're holding to another field goal more than likely.
So Hughes and Frank in the backfield. Frank's going to get the handoff on the right side, across the 5, cuts it back inside, pushes the pile in, and touchdown Sandpoint. Max Frank from 5 yards out.
Lake City had a chance to make the tackle there in the backfield, missed it, and Sandpoint ends up in the end zone, and now this game went from 3-0 to a 10-point swing here very quickly. If you're Lake City, you're going to have to get something going on offense here in this next drive.
So Pertek going to be on for the PAT. Nothing's a guarantee. We don't want to say 10-point swing yet. But
that is true.
Kind of a swinging gate look. And they're going to run it in. They're just going to push it straight ahead, and they may have had a man in motion. And a flag on the play for probably illegal procedure. They're saying illegal shift by the offense because the kicker was running forward toward the line of scrimmage and never came set before the ball was snapped.
They would have got set there. You were right. It wouldn't have been 10-point. It would have been 11-point swing there because Lake City was not ready for that.
They were on their heels just kind of standing there. They were set up for PAT, but they're kind of in a swing gate look off the left side. They could have passed that too. Zimmerman's he's a baseball player. He's got a decent arm. I think they're going to set up for the traditional PAT here.
Play action here out of the field goal.
Play action out of the PAT set. So Zimmerman the holder. Protek going to kick, snap back. Kick is up and drills it right down Main Street. So 10-zip our score here at Lake City High School. Sandpoint up on the short field, getting 7 out of the turnover for the Lake City T-Wolves. And, kind of a I don't want to say nightmarish start, but you don't want to get the turnover. Turnover to 7 points with this Sandpoint offense, that's just something you don't want to give away the easy ones.
No doubt, and especially when we've seen them take 7 minutes off the clock in their first drive. Just not a team that can run and pass. They can do both. Just not someone you want to give a momentum to, I should say, especially on the offensive side. And they're getting going, and if you're Lake City, you got to get something going here.
IdahoSports.com does a lot more than broadcasting. You continue to check back to the website for updated score schedule, standings, polls, action photo galleries, and written content from every corner of the state with live up-to-date scores from action everywhere across the state of Idaho on the Friday Night Flash, which you haven't checked out. I know you're listening online right now, but if you haven't checked out Friday Night Flash, that is probably the premier high school website. I've checked out stuff for a lot of states. IdahoSports.com, does it right. Like Paul and his staff and Brandon and the crew just do it right here with showcasing the athletes across the state of Idaho. As Gove tees it up and another kind of short kick over to Cogley on the left side. He's going to bring it. He stopped. I don't know why he stopped, but he stops at the 15-yard line and gets dropped. He had an alley up the right side and just threw the brakes on.
Starting behind the 20 is tough in its own thing, and with the Lake City offense, I had a good first drive, stalled out. Second drive is a fumble. I would like to see them, take a shot here with Pettit, maybe get one to Zach Johnson. We see Sandpoint switch from that cover 2, and they've been running a cover 1 ever since to slow down that run game that kind of gouged them there on that first drive. Now is your time to take a shot up the seam, get something on the outside where it's going to be single coverage, and if that's your best receiver, this is the prime time to do it here when you need a boost for your offense.
So Lake City on offense, kind of a condensed spread here as you got in the shotgun, bunch, spread look, and it's passed out to the flat on the right side from Pettit. That's going to be pickup of 2. And I'm trying to get the number on the receiver there. That was number 18 on the reception. Justin Hill, the senior wideout. It's kind of nice not having to do stats tonight because you're doing it. As I said, I've been doing it. Because you've been running camera when we're on video, and I've been running the stats while I'm doing play-by-play. So kind of nice to probably have a little bit more accurate stats too, I'm sure.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be a lot easier.
As Pettit going to be in the shotgun, hands it off. Whitehead across the left side. Fine, long run. And he weaves his way up the field down to the 42-yard line. So nice pickup. A gain of 22 on the carry.
Both running attacks here working from both offenses. No one's been forced to go into the air, which is kind of surprising, especially with, like you said, Weston Benefield, the middle linebacker there. He's usually flying around, but this Lake City's offensive line has done great here in this first half, getting to the second level, making it easier for the running back.
So bunch spread look here. The tight receivers to the left, hand off to Whitehead. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, a gain of 1. He just kind of gets the extra lunge at the end of that one. So bring up 2nd down and 9.
Good drive here so far. Pick up a 1. You're still going positive, and it's been a good drive. No need to rush this offense. It's only a 10-point game right now. Run your offense, take your time, and
plenty of time.
Plenty.
Yeah, absolutely,
yeah.
Plenty of time. So you got trips to the right side, tight trips with Zach Johnson, the man on the line of scrimmage, and then roll out to the right side for Pettit. He's looking for help, and he's going to put it, and receiver found. Nice find there. I don't know if that was the intended receiver that brought it down, but number 13 Gavin McMeekin pulls down the reception. A nice gain there of 8 yards. We'll give him 7. And
good ball.
that was
there.
a scramble drill.
Yeah, great scramble drill. His first read, he thought he had it, pump faked, linebacker came up, and then he found the guy over the top, and it was a great throw there from Pettit on the run.
So Pettit back in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off, and we got Whitehead going straight ahead. Nice push there by the right side of the offensive line. That's going to be a gain of 3.5 in the first down for Lake City.
Tell you what, number 10 may be undersized out there, but he does not run like he's undersized. He is running hard tonight, and it's paying off here early for Lake City.
So out of the traditional huddle for the T-Wolves. Pettit kind of in a deep shotgun. He's like 6 yards deep here with his heels, maybe close to 7 yards. He's in a pass, and he's got a receiver out to the right side. Just overshoots his intended man, Justin Hill. And he had his man beat dead to rights too.
Great play call, and that's the thing about going into this one high safety look is if you have some receivers that have some speed, can hit a guy with a double move, you're going to have the over the top. Lake City will come back to that later in the game. Pettit will settle in, and if he makes that throw, we're looking at a 10-6 ball game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pettit going to be in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Single receiver out to the right is Johnson. McMeekin. He's going to swing it out to the left to Whitehead. Goes straight ahead on the reception for a gain of 6.
Good little play there. Way to get him ahead of the chains. Brings up 3rd and 4. Good ball, and I like it. Pettit misses a deep one, put the ball right back to him, say we're going to trust you as a quarterback, get him an easy completion, and now you're with 3rd and manageable. Whole playbook's open. You can run, pass. Wouldn't be surprised to see a run here, as I'm pretty sure they're in four down territory.
So shotgun is Pettit, single back is Whitehead next to him. 3rd down and 4. Handoff, Whitehead over the left side. He's got some room, and he's got the first down. He's run out of bounds for a gain of 5.
And he is killing it tonight on the run game. He's averaging over 5 yards a carry right now here for the Timberwolves, and if that's the case, just keep handing the ball off till this guy can't walk anymore. Same thing we seen last week from Bennett and Post Falls.
Bustamante,
yeah.
Post Falls, and Cornish from Lakeland.
Wow, those stats from last week.
Over 500 yards of rushing in that game. Between both teams, I should say, as Whitehead gets the carry again on first down over the left side. Nice spin move. First down and then some. Swarmed under and picks up 15 on the carry in the first down.
Very impressive, this offensive line here from Lake City against a really good Sandpoint rush defense. They're blowing them back, getting back to the second level, slowing down the flow of linebackers, and their running backs have paid off for it here so far.
You know, Sandpoint not getting necessarily the push with their front 4 of the defensive line, and it's, you know, they're getting to that second level, and they're not able to get clean the alleys to those running backs for the T-Wolves. So the T-Wolves is able to run basically at will. So you got 2 receivers to the left, up back to the right. And handoff again, Whitehead over the left side. He cuts inside. First down again, across the 10 to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake City. Whitehead
Negative.
With the carry, pick a touchdown of 22 yards for the T-Wolves.
No, that was Zach Johnson.
Was that Johnson in the backfield?
Johnson was subbed in, yes.
I thought that was Whitehead because I saw the 0. I didn't see the 8 on the other side of that. 22-yard carry from Zach Johnson out of the backfield. I apologize. Don't want to give the young man his props that he needs. A nice carry there from 22 yards out.
And that man shot out of a cannon. I mean, once he seen the hole, he was almost untouched, and he was gone.
A high step in his way to the end zone. Snap kick is blocked at the line of scrimmage. So we're going to stay 10-6. Sandpoint with the 4-point lead with 5:53 left here in the second quarter.
Great drive there from Lake City. Great response after a fumble that led this game being 10-0. That's the way to respond. Now it's time for your defense to come make a stop and, you know, keep you in this game. I mean, you obviously don't want Sandpoint to go down the field and punch one in here if you're Lake City. And for Sandpoint, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, there's no reason to go away from the run game that's been working so well tonight.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
It's the one miscue, the exchange that ended up hitting the dirt and turned into a touchdown for the Bulldogs, and that's the difference in this ball game so far. It's like, Sandpoint doesn't get that ball back there. It could be a Lake City lead right now.
And we've seen this last week, too, at that Lakeland Post Falls game. We've seen that muffed punt there from Post Falls. That was the difference in basically the entire game. I mean, that one score changed it. And turnovers and special teams are one thing I always key in on. Those are the big things that win these games. And penalties as well. Penalties can end up killing you, just like we've seen the Sandpoint in the first drive. But special teams and turnovers will be the big factor in this game here.
So we're going to see Lake City kick it off here. And back deep to receive for the Bulldogs is Eli Allshouse. And trying to get the near number over here. I think that might be.
Looks like number 2.
No, Ballaston's on the sideline over there. I can't get an angle here on the receiver on this near side here. So the kick is going to be brought down by Allshouse. He's going to take off to the right side. Across the 20 to the 25. He hits the corner to the 30. He's got room. Knocked out of bounds just shy of the 40-yard line. Nice return from Allshouse. The Bulldogs will start with decent field position here. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, I would love to see him take a shot here with Parker Pettit right off the gates. Lake City had a great drive. They haven't thrown the ball much. Right now, Parker Pettit is 1 for 3, -1 yards. Why not take a shot here? Try to get your quarterback and receivers going here a little bit.
So Bulldog offense coming out. Pettit going to be the pistol. Single back behind him is Brewster. Snap. And turnaround play action pass. Parker looking to go downfield. He's got a man out in the flat on the right side. It's Brewster. Hits across the 50 to the 40. He's got some room and down inside the 30 to the 20. We'll say the 23, 22-yard line. So a huge pass there on first down.
Yeah, huge pass.
From the 38 down to the 22. 23-yard line, I apologize.
What was that, a gain of?
38.
Gain of 38. That's a huge first play, and there's the shot. Right off the get-go, there's the shot.
So Pettit in the pistol again. He's going to hand it off again, and he's going to keep it actually on the draw play, or the read option, as he goes straight ahead for 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and back to that last play. I mean, shout out to the Bulldogs offensive line there. I mean, he went through 1, 2, 3. We got all the way to his 4th read on the backside of the field, which was actually a little wheel route there, and delivered a great ball that ended up for 38 yards. And then we see a 5-yard gain, and Sandpoint's back here again, knocking on the door.
And you hitting Brewster on the wheel route out of the backfield. And we saw that a ton last year with Garrett Cox running that route and ended up scoring a bunch of touchdowns for the Bulldogs. And really liking that play. I know Coach Knowles likes this offense. Handoff, keeper straight ahead. Parker Pettit goes inside for 6 in the first down.
I'll tell you what, those running backs really sell the fakes. I thought he handed it off there.
I thought Brewster had the ball in the handoff.
Pettit was running right down the middle. I was following the running back. Where's he going to go? And
that mesh point, man.
Which is really nice when you have that veteran quarterback, because the quarterback there is honestly what sells it, riding out long enough and when he pulls it, and then the running back's carrying out the fake. It looks really good here from Sandpoint's offense early.
Yeah, so you got tight trips to the right side, and handoff does give it to Brewster this time. It tries going around the left corner, and we got a hold at the 10-yard line, I think, and this one's going to come back.
Yeah, he definitely tackled him out there, and that one was blatant. There's a good call there from the ref, definitely holding. Another penalty. We've seen this happen in the first drive for Sandpoint, and it killed it. Will it kill it again? We'll have to come to find out. But
we're looking at first down from the spot, so it'll be only, I think, a loss of, from the 10, it'll knock him back 10, so it'll be at the 20-yard line. So looking at first and 16.
First and 16, first 17, right around there, yeah. But still brings back the chains. I mean, your offense is still open since first down, but that's still, those can kill drives here, and it's already killed one here for Sandpoint early.
So Pettit in the pistol. Single back behind him is Hughes. He's going to slide to the left, now back to the right. Snap and handoff. Hughes goes straight ahead, across the 15 and driven back. Short gain there on first down, a pickup of 4, maybe 3 on the carry. Zach Johnson on the tackle out of his Mike linebacker position.
Zach Johnson he scored a touchdown. He's been all over the field tonight, and he is flying, and I mean flying from that middle linebacker position.
You know, and you're talking about college positions. If he's going to be on the defensive side of the ball, people are thinking like strong safety. He could play outside linebacker. He's just showing he can be all over the field as Pettit's going to drop back to pass. He's got a receiver into the end zone. Did he keep it?
He did not.
He did not. And a drop in the end zone. Had his man open. That was intended for Garcia.
Great ball there. We've seen the hitch from the outside receiver brought in that corner, and they're running it too high, so which leaves your outsides open, and the corner routes are always there.
That was a smash concept out there to the right.
Yeah, it was greatly placed. Brought him down a little bit where the safety couldn't get there, just a drop pass, and now we're looking at 3rd and long. For the T-Wolves, you want to get a stop here, force them for another field goal, and this is now only a 1-touchdown game.
I know Sandpoint in their first couple games, they had double-digit drops, I believe, in their first 2 ball games of the season. You know, so it's not like Parker's doing anything bad. He's going to drop back, and then I don't know if that was a design keeper, but he's going to keep it going straight across the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Sandpoint.
What a play.
That was quick, man. 15 yards on the keeper in the 6.
I mean, what a play there. I mean, it looked like a design keeper from up here. Will we ever know? No, we don't. Might just been a read from Pettit, but something I wasn't expecting, and the whole Lake City defense wasn't expecting either. Touchdown Sandpoint.
Yeah, he dropped back like he was going to go deep, and then, you know, pulled that baby down and just put his nose right to the goal line. He wasn't going to be stopped as we make the PAT, and it's up and good. So we're at 17-6. No good. Did he miss that?
No, yeah, he missed it.
Oh, okay, sorry. I ended up looking down to change the score. So kick is no good. So we're seeing a 10-point ball game, 16-6 with 2:55 left here in the first half.
And we see a big turn of events there. We've seen 3rd and long. Maybe if you're Lake City, you get a hold of them. Doesn't end up happening. Touchdown Sandpoint.
Check out our expanded list of regional prepcasts on IdahoSports.com, where our resident experts talk about what's going on in every part of the state where you live. Be sure to catch new regional prepcasts each week on Idaho Sports or download the new episodes wherever you get your podcasts. You can also watch each episode on IdahoSports.com's YouTube channel. Thank you. So we got water service up here with my ice cold water. I'll take it. Yeah.
Not something we're used to. Usually we're outside, you know, looking
standing
in
on
the
grass
elements.
hillside.
Get a couple heads in the camera shot, but hey.
That's all right. That's all right. Next week we'll be there for the Lewiston Post Falls game. And then the week after that, we've got Sandpoint Lakeland, 2nd week of October.
That's going to be a ball game.
That one comes up early, man. I tell you what. Sandpoint has a week 9 bye as well, so they're going to get the bye at the end of the year. As the kick goes to Cogley, he's going to bring it across the 20, weaves his way, looking for some room, and he's going to be lifted up in the air and dropped to the turf by Coda Hartley.
Yeah, Sandpoint's coverage team so far has been really good. I mean, looked like there's been some lanes, but they've been filled up really quick, and it hasn't allowed Lake City to get any good field position to start the game.
Good to see Hartley getting the game on defense or on special teams. I tell you, he's got the flow too. He's got some locks coming out the back of his helmet. So Jackson Pettit, no relation to Parker, in the shotgun. Trips to the left side. He's going to drop back. He's looking to the single receiver side. He's got Johnson down the sideline, just overshoots him by about 4 yards. And that would have been a Lake City touchdown if they could have connected on that one.
And we've seen it twice tonight, too. These are going to be passes he's going to wish he has back later in this ball game. There's no doubt, especially in a game that looks like it's going to end up being close. He's just a little heavy-armed right now, overthrowing. I mean, even the speedster, Zach Johnson, he had all the time, just needs to settle in here early in this game.
Yeah, Ambridge, the corner on that side with Dunkel over the top. They're kind of bracketing him and still able to outrun the safety help over the top. So Pettit with the empty set in the shotgun. Coming across, a little shuffle pass to Whitehead. Goes ahead for 2 on the carry. Bring up 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and long here. Probably going to see him go to the air, and like to see Pettit here go back to maybe that slant play we seen earlier that worked really well, and try to find a way to get the ball in Zach Johnson's hands. I mean, we've seen him. He's been explosive here tonight early.
Quick ball game. We've seen 2 minutes, 15 seconds until halftime. It feels like we just kicked this off like 10 minutes ago. We're 45 minutes into the ball game. Pettit's going to roll to his left. He's looking for a man. Throws it over the top and out of bounds. It'll bring up 4th down.
Nothing there for him at all. Just lives to see another play. Throws it out of bounds. And we've seen that rollout, and I think Sandpoint's catching on to it. And there was just nothing there. Great coverage all around there from the Bulldogs.
So Bohanek's going to be back deep to receive for the Bulldogs on the punt. Cogley, the punter for Lake City. 2 minutes left before half.
You know, with Cogley being their punter, you could see some fakes as the guy is an athlete. We've seen return, receiving. You could potentially have a fake at some point here from Lake City if they need it.
Kind of a spread punt formation for the T-Wolves. See what kind of kick we can get here. Is Cogley's going to get it. He's going to kind of rugby kick it out to the right side, puts a little air under it, and it's going to spin in a fair catch from Bohanek, and he's going to get the ball at the 33-yard lines where Sandpoint's going to set up in their own territory. They gave him the 35. Okay.
A little generous of a spot there, but hey.
He's backing up when he caught that one, but
another good field position, another good start for Sandpoint, an offense that really hasn't been slowed down. They've scored every possession they've had, and everything's been working. I mean, the passing game, I mean, they haven't had a lot of completions, but it's there, right? I mean, we've seen a couple drop passes, and their rush game, I mean, between Brewster and Pettit, it's been working all over the place for them so far.
So Parker Pettit and company going to come back out on the offensive side, get a touchdown their last trip down the field. Pettit on the 15-yard keeper that went in for 6, and Pettit's going to be in the shotgun. A little bit deeper set this time than the normal pistol we're used to. Snap, spread formation. He's going to drop back to pass over the middle, overshoots his intended receiver. He was looking for number 18, Cody Brewster, the back out of the backfield, and he kind of wanted that one back. I think he didn't set his back foot and floated that one, so he's kind of pushed it. But
I agree. I think he wants it back for a different reason, though. If he waited there just for a couple seconds on that other side, that the corner route, the smash pattern was there again, and I mean, number 10 could have walked into the end zone.
So we'll see if they dial that play back up again. Same formation, but they're going to hand it off this time. Brewster goes straight ahead through a couple defenders. He's going to pick up 8 on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd down and short. Clock continues to roll here we're a minute 40 seconds left here in the first half. I believe that tackle was by Hill, the strong safety.
3rd manageable here. Big turn events if Lake City can get a stop here. We'll see what happens.
Sandpoint out of the pistol, handoff straight ahead. Brewster dances in the hole, gets a nice gain there on 3rd down and picks up enough for the first. A gain of 7 on the carry.
Much as I've been raving about that Lake City offensive line, Sandpoint doing the same thing. They've been blowing back that front 3 there and getting to the second level, and it's making easy running lanes.
And our first time out of the ball game going to be called by the T-Wolves. As the clock now approaches minute 13 left before halftime. I want to thank one of our sponsors, Cornerstone Insurance Northwest, located in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, is locally owned independent insurance brokerage specializing in all forms of insurance, from home, auto, commercial, and everything in between, offering over 40 carriers to meet your personal or business needs. Licensed in Idaho, Washington, Montana, and Oregon. For a free quote or more information, give Ryan a call, 208-413-4536. Proud sponsors and supporters of academics and athletics here in North Idaho. North Idaho Game Night brought to you by Mountain West Bank. I want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here and bring high school football action to you all season long. We got some good ball games coming up down the stretch, man, I tell you what.
Yeah, we have a great ball game on our hands here tonight. I mean, it's been a good one so far. I mean, a turnover there from Lake City, and that's why this game's kind of stretched out. The score is what it looks like, the way it is right now. But two good teams battling here tonight.
So coming up at halftime, we'll have the stats for you from the first half and some scores from around the state of Idaho. As Pettit in the pistol, he's going to drop back, pass over to the left side, has a receiver, and that should have been a face mask, and it will. As he found Garcia, and Garcia just got absolutely leveled by his head. That was a loss of 3, but it's going to turn into a gain of 15 and a new set of downs.
That's crazy how that works right there. You know, think a big play there from Lake City, and then all of a sudden penalties kill it, and now it's a first down and 10 points on that side of the field again.
Yeah, you're in plus territory now with 1 minute, 8 seconds left, and one of the best short-time quarterbacks in the state of Idaho. So, if not the best, I'll give Parker some credit. You put him in the 2-minute drill, this is where he excels.
Very savvy, knows what he's doing, knows what play to get up there and call if needed to.
He's a 4.3 GPA guy. I think he's 4.4. He's going to his dad told me he's retaking his SAT because he's trying to qualify for MIT.
Wow.
Pettit's going to drop back, roll out to the right side, and pass back in the middle. He finds his man, and that is Vandenberg on the reception, a gain of 15 yards and a first down. He slipped in that kind of muddy section of the center of the field. We had a ton of rain yesterday.
Yes, we did.
The field is showing it.
Brought back that game we watched earlier in the NFL, the Chicago Bears and Niners game. Was a monsoon. It was kind of the same thing yesterday. It just rained all day.
So first down to 10 and a timeout on the field. I don't know who they charge the timeout to. I think they're going to give that one to Lake City.
If you're Lake City in the huddle, you're saying, hey, we cannot let them score right here before the half, especially with them getting the ball in the second half. This is going to be a momentum shifter and a big swing here, big change of events going into the second half as Sandpoint does receive.
So score from down the road on Highway 95 in Moscow. Lewiston is up 35-0 in the second quarter on the Bears from Moscow.
I got another score update just down the road. Union is up 10-7 right now in Coeur d'Alene.
It's a nice ball game, just a mile away down Dalton Avenue.
Correction, 13-10. Coeur d'Alene just took the lead there with 55 seconds left in the half.
There we go. So Pettit in the pistol now. Single back behind him is Brewster. Tight bunch to the right. He's going to keep it going straight ahead. Dances in the hole. Nice gain there on first down, pickup of 8. He's approaching maybe close to probably 70 yards rushing so far in this ball game. We're at 45 seconds to play here in the first half. Pettit back in the pistol. Spread formation. Frank in the slot to the left. Snap back. Pettit drops back, looking for his man. He's going to look for Frank in the corner of the end zone. Connection and touchdown, Sandpoint. Just like that. Pettit to Frank from 17 yards out, and Bulldogs find pay dirt before halftime.
Great throw there, and they went back to it. We've seen them go. They missed it in the touchdown earlier on this half of the field. They went back to the smash concept and found Frank in the back of the end zone for an easy touchdown. No one was even near him.
That was a normal connection last year between the two, and that's continuing again this year.
And we're seeing a big swing here as Sandpoint does get the ball in the second half.
They do. And the PAT is up and good. So 23-6 now. Sandpoint with the lead with 30 seconds left to play in the first half. What'd you see on that drive?
I seen a very confident Parker Pettit. I mean, he stood back there, no worries at all. Looks like he's very comfortable, like you were saying, in the 2-minute. And Sandpoint's play caller is very good. Starting that drive off with this throwback. It's not something you see. You see Parker Pettit rolling out, and all of a sudden he turns around, throws back to a wide open 10 to get the drive going. Then off the timeout from Lake City, goes to a run play. Another thing in the 2-minute drill you don't really see. And then very next play, I mean, Parker Pettit was calling audibles up there. Looks very comfortable. Got that smash concept again, and it was just an easy touchdown. It looked effortless there from Sandpoint, as Lake City has not had an answer so far for the Bulldogs offense.
Lake City went to kind of the 2 safety look there. Trying to, I don't know what, I get it in the cover 2 because you kind of got to stick what you run with a lot, but the smash against a cover 2 kills it. I mean, that's a cover 2 killer. And, for folks listening, if you're like, I don't know what the smash is, you got a hitch. It's like a 3-yard just comeback on the outside, and then you run a corner out behind it towards the corner of the end zone. And, you can make hay with just that simple concept all night long.
Yeah, no doubt.
So kick from Gove is going to hit at the 15, go out of bounds inside the 10. So Lake City going to get decent field position here on the out-of-bounds kick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Lake City here, I mean, they're going to probably come back out in that cover 2. Obviously, they're going to be passing, but I think they're going to come back out in that cover 2 look that Sandpoint came out at the beginning of the game. Do the same thing they're doing. Hit some smash concept. You're going to look for a lot of things toward the sideline. And if you're here, I don't know how great their field goal kicker is, but maybe try to get in field goal range, get some points in before the half.
I'm going to see him take a shot here with Zach Johnson. Hey, 80, go deep.
Yeah, I mean,
80 on the go route.
I mean, when you got someone like that, that's definitely something where you can say, hey, 80's down there somewhere, right? I mean,
so he's the inside slot to the trips on the left side. Cogley, the single receiver, out to the right. So we'll see what they do. Pettit's in the shotgun. He's going to drop back, kind of a crossing route look, and they're going to pass. Sorry, that was McMeekin that came across. Oh, it was number 18, Justin Hill, on the reception. A gain of 7 yards. If he would have waited just another probably 3 seconds, Johnson clears those crossing routes. They ran like an 8-yard crossing pattern. Johnson comes out on the other side of that. The safety was gone.
Yeah, and that's really deadly man beater there when you have 2 guys coming across the middle like that on crossing. If you're a quarterback, you like to sit there and wait. Just wait for the crossings to develop a little bit and find which of those linebackers get lost, because usually one always gets lost in the mix there and you have a guy wide open. Like you said, a hair too early, but still a first down completion to get the game going, but sadly couldn't get out of bounds and had to waste their second time out.
Yeah, so they've got, I believe they might be out of time. They got 1 timeout left. 22 seconds left here in the first half. And the ball spot at the 42-yard line. So Whitehead in the backfield with Pettit, Jackson Pettit. He's going to drop back to pass. Right down the seam, finds Justin Hill on the completion. Nice post pattern there, just right down the middle of the field. The ball's going to be spotted at the 35-yard line on the first down.
Good play there, and I was waiting for Lake City to expose that.
Yeah, so it was a gain of 25 on the reception.
Yeah, and I've been waiting for Lake City to expose that we've seen Sandpoint in this cover 1, and we were talking about the cover 2. The beater in cover 2 is the smash concept, right? Cover 1, you want to run seams because you have one safety, and usually your fast guys are against linebackers, so you want you want that safety to go one way or the other, have your quarterback deliver a dart in the middle of the field there.
Yeah, you're putting Graham Dunkel, the junior free safety, kind of in a conundrum back there in the secondary, where he's got to pick. He's like, I'm going to take Hill. Am I going to take Johnson? He shaded to Johnson's side, and I don't blame him.
I don't either. I think if you're, and we see him change here to the cover 2.
Yeah, so now they're in cover 2. Johnson's going to be the inside receiver to the spread on the right side. Pettit's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Johnson, and overshoots his intended receiver. And incomplete with 13 seconds left.
If Pettit watches that play, he's going to want that one back. We've seen 2 guys go with Johnson, 18 running wide open down the middle of the field. I mean, no one near him.
He could have thrown it to the back judge, and it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
Hill ran right under that one. I'm sure that one of their coaches up here in the booth had to have seen that one, as it looks like they're set up in the same concept again with a single high safety in the middle of the field. Pettit in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass, and he's taking a shot looking for Johnson towards the end zone, and overthrows his intended receiver by 5 yards. So bring up 3rd down and 10 with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, it's 3rd down here. We're going to see another shot. I mean, there's some plays they're going to want back on this drive that I think could end in some touchdowns. But we'll see what the offense coordinators are going to dial up here. You still have 9 seconds. Really still have 2 plays here to make a shot at the end zone here.
So play coming in off the sideline. Jackson Pettit's going to be in the shotgun. 3rd down and 10. No timeouts left for the T-Wolves.
Middle of the field's open here if Pettit wants to use it.
So Hill's down the seam in the rush from the right side. And that's Max Frank blitzing out of the safety position. And that's going to be the end of the first half of play. It's going to end on a sack and a loss of, I'm going to call it 17 on the play. So a huge sack by Max Frank. I like dialing up the pressure there before halftime.
Yeah, really good. Came with a safety blitz, and you wouldn't expect it if you're Lake City, honestly. Came off the edge and untouched. Came and hit Pettit into the first half.
Yeah, so 23-6 is our halftime score. We're going to take a quick break, about 3.5 minutes. We'll have some stats for you from scores from around the state. If you stay tuned here on IdahoSports.com.
High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
No matter what life holds, we'll be there for you. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And we're back here at halftime. Some stats for you out of the first half for Sandpoint with a 23-6 lead over Lake City at the half. And what do you got for us, Brandon?
Jackson Pettit so far in the first half, 7 for 13, 60 yards, and his leading receiver is Justin Hill with 3 catches and 34 yards. On the rushing end, we have number 10, Jake Whitehead, with 72 yards and 11 carries so far, and then we see the 1 touchdown from Zach Johnson on a 22 yards, and that's been the extent. I mean, with Lake City, we've seen a couple missed passes there from Jackson Pettit, which could have really boosted his stat line there to begin. And
so 72 yards rushing in the first half from Whitehead. I mean, probably could be close to the century mark in the first half, the way they were running the ball, having to switch to the passer on that last drive. But and not a bad offensive performance so far from the T-Wolves.
Not at all. Just a couple of missed opportunities there we've seen from the first half. And I mean, we see some other receivers with 8, but their big receiver's been Justin Hill with 34, and we've seen a lot of that come from that drive right for the second half. And then we flip over to Sandpoint. We got Parker Pettit right now, 4 for 9, 70 yards and a touchdown. His leading receiver is...
But how many drops has he had, though, too? I mean, I think he's had 4 drops in the game so
he
far.
Has 4 drops so far. So he, I mean, technically could be 8 for 9 right now and more yards. But Max Frank with he has 29 yards and a touchdown. It's his leading receiver. Right behind him, we have Ari Vandenberg right behind him with 22, and also they have Brewster with that big 38-yard gain. So we see a very high usage of all the receivers, and Parker Pettit really spreading around. And then we see Brewster 45 yards on the ground so far. We see Max Frank with 18 on the ground, and we see Parker Pettit with 54 yards and a touchdown on 7 carries, 54 yards and a touchdown so far for the quarterback. And both touchdowns here from Sandpoint have came off of Parker Pettit here.
You know, and you look at it, it's like, man, that doesn't sound like a ton of yards for a 23-6 ball game for Sandpoint. Well, Sandpoint got the short field, a couple different times. Being able to come away with touchdowns on every drive since their first drive. They got the field goal, obviously, to start the game. But efficiency has been key for Sandpoint so far in this game.
Yeah, no doubt, and it's been really hard. I mean, Lake City's had their chances. We've seen Jackson Pettit miss 2 passes that very well could have been easy walk-in touchdowns. Just overshot his receivers by a couple yards. The turnover there early, and it's just been Sandpoint executing, and so far Lake City not executing on the plays they have. In the game of football, you have those 3 or 4 plays that really can make a difference, and right now Sandpoint's hitting them, and Lake City just hasn't so far, and that's been the big key here in the first half.
Sorry, we're at halftime here on the homecoming at Lake City High School. So some scores from around the state of Idaho. Bonneville up on Thunder Ridge 14-6. Highland over Blackfoot right now 28-21. That's in the third quarter of play. Kuna is losing to Mountain View right now 21-17. A competitive game down there in Kuna. Sandpoint obviously up here again. Lake City 23-6. Middleton up big on Timberline 34-0. Lewiston all over Moscow 35-zip. Nampa up on Owyhee in the fourth quarter, 20-17. Rigby up on Skyline. That's a 5A, 4A game. Battle of state champs. The 5A state champs up right now, 21-0 on Skyline. Probably not the score everybody thought that they were going to see, but that Rigby team is so stinking good. We saw them put the bootstraps to Coeur d'Alene earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Coeur d'Alene in a close one down the street, 13-all at halftime with Union from Washington. A great ball game, and Union historically pretty solid program out of the state of Washington, so competitive game for the Vikings tonight. Down at Bishop Kelly, they're taking on Burley tonight, and that game 56-14, BK all over the Bobcats. Bonneville over Thunder Ridge 14-6, I think we already got that score. Minico all over Canyon Ridge 28-zip. Emmett over Columbia right now 28-0. Highland takes the lead on Blackfoot 20-21. Century is losing to Idaho Falls 21-17. Shelley up on Pocatello 21-14. Valley View 46-14 over Ridgeview. The battle of Southern Caldwell down there in Candy County. And Wood River up on Jerome by 1, 19-18 in a tough battle down there. That's in Sun Valley. And no score from Timberlake yet in that one against Lakeland as they're taking on one another in a ball game up the road. And that's up Highway 41 and Spirit Lake. Some 3A scores. Kimberly up on Filer 61-0. Teton all over Snake River 41-7. Sugar at halftime over Layton Christian from Utah 28-3. Weiser up on McCall Donnelly 14-13. That's in the second. And that's the scores for the 3As out of 2A. Firth all over Ryrie 33-0. This is some scores from around the area as well, but saw an 8-man score. Nice Carey put up 88-8 in their game.
Wow. Wow.
Tonight. Oakley up on Lighthouse Christian 26-8. Cami all over Prairie at second. I told you, Brandon Bainey, to watch out for the Cubs from Cami. They're up on Prairie on the Pirates 32-0 in 8-man. That's White Pine League action. That game in Cottonwood. Carey, beat Valley 88-8.
Wow.
Logos and Potlatch, no score down the road in Moscow. And I told people, watch out for the Cami Cubs. They're the team to watch out of the White Pine League this year. Castleford 26-8 over Camas County. That's in 1A D2. Mullen losing to Chinook. The Sugar Beaters, you featured them in the North Idaho Prepcast. Chinook up on Mullen 30-6. No score from Clark Fork and Lakeside. Hagerman up on Hanson 20-12 in that ball game. So that's your scores from around the state of Idaho on the Friday Night Flash. Make sure to head on over there on IdahoSports.com every Friday night for your updated scores from around the state. And we are at halftime here at Lake City, so we're going to take another 3-4 minute break here. We'll be back for some more action at the start of the second half here on IdahoSports.com.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient
Because you already give them something money can't buy. We'll help with everything else, no matter what life holds. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together. High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
No matter what life holds, we'll be there for you. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together.
And we're back here halftime at Lake City High School as they're rolling through the homecoming court on a long extended halftime. Some more scores from around the area. Obviously, we said Coeur d'Alene and Union 13 all at halftime. Post Falls up 7 at half on Mount Spokane. A score that I didn't expect to see. Post Falls up 10-3 against the Wildcats. That's a good team.
Yeah. The Wildcats out of Spokane are no joke, and we've seen Post Falls lose a close one to Lakeland last week, and responding well, obviously, so far. I mean, in that first half there for Post Falls, I mean, good response after a close loss last week to Lakeland.
So Post Falls responding the correct way, to adversity and a loss to Lakeland last week, leading Mount Spokane here at halftime. Or not here, but in North Idaho, that game down the road. They're up 10-3 against Mount Spokane. And we got a good ball game here. Sandpoint up 23-6. The score kind of deceptive. Obviously, Sandpoint being able to get the touchdown on the fumble and the short field, then coming back on consecutive drives, getting touchdowns on the next 2 drives. Lake City holding Sandpoint to a field goal in the opening drive. Then Lake City obviously getting the 22-yard touchdown from Zach Johnson, but it's been the Parker Pettit show so far in the first half. Efficiency has been key for the Bulldogs on offense. Only being put on 4th down, I think, twice in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great performance here from the Bulldogs. Offense that has not been slowed down, except for when they slow down themselves. And even when they did that, I mean, we've seen Parker Pettit do we still don't know, design draw play for a touchdown. We see some miscues from Lake City that could keep them in this game.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm going to say is don't count out this T-Wolves team. I mean, back in my homecoming, we played this T-Wolves team on homecoming, went into the locker room up 21-7, came out, had the ball, punched one out, 28-7, ended up losing overtime to this T-Wolves team. So
I was at that game.
Kind of bringing me some flashbacks. There's different reasons we lost that game, stuff we don't need to discuss, but run game. But anyways.
From the quarterback, mind you.
But I do think T will still have a chance here. There's shots that are going to be there with the Sandpoint team being in this one high look. Expect him to try to get the ball to Zach Johnson more. I mean, he's only had that one big carry, and the run game's been working, but the only issue is being down 17 is you got to get going against the Sandpoint team that can control the ball.
You know, it's something that we saw was like, this is the first time I've seen Sandpoint play in person this year, was how big of a loss, you know, with some of the graduating seniors that they lost. I look at the guys like Luke McCorkle that was in the secondary for Sandpoint last year. He's now playing football down the road at Whitworth in Spokane. But that may have been the biggest loss on the defense. Like, you look at all the other guys that were around him, but like that one player, he made such a difference in the secondary. It was, I mean, you don't get many guys that are quote-unquote lockdowns, but that he just didn't give up much. And, you know, so filling his shoes this year, you've seen Dunkel back there at safety. Zimmerman's kind of floating around a strong safety hybrids. He's kind of like a nickel corner almost in that defense because he rolls up and he'll let cover guy in the pattern. He'll drop back and drop into coverage. He'll come up and play against the run. But it's been kind of an interesting look for this Bulldog defense because it's a little bit different than last year. You know, and people are like, you know, why are they 1-3? And they've had a flipping tough schedule, let's be honest. Drops on offense. I think the production is, I don't want to say dipped a ton, but it's down from last year from what they had, and I think they're trying to still find identity as they roll down towards the end of towards the league schedule. So we got a score from up the road on Highway 41. The battle for Highway 41, or the battle for the Lakeland School District. Lakeland up right now 28-0 on Timberlake. So a big lead for the Lakeland Hawks, who are looking to go 5-1.
6-1. They're going to go 6-1.
Going into next week. So, you know, good job for them. That's awesome. As looking at their schedule, you know, they've got a bye week coming up as well, I believe, and so I know they're taking on Sandpoint in 2 weeks. So there's that game next week. I have to look at our schedule. I got to look at our broadcast schedule because I'm even confused on where I'm at next week.
Yeah, and for anyone that's been following sports around here in North Idaho, our condolences go out to Moscow's athletic director, Lance Arbendroff, who actually passed away today.
Lance Abendroth passed away
today?
Lance
Abendroth passed away today, and I send my condolences out to the whole Moscow community and anyone that's known him. That's
I know
tough.
Lance. Yeah,
tough.
That's a loss. Lance is a good guy. Somebody that has the best interest in kids. That sucks because I've known Lance for probably a good 10 years. And just one of the good guys to have around, you know, sports and athletics activities, and just somebody that looks out for your kids. So a huge loss, and thoughts and prayers for the Abendroth family, and that's hard. That one hits.
Yeah, his for me too, as I've been in Lakeland for 4 years, so got to see him in a lot of the Moscow games, and just our condolences and prayers go out to the family and everyone in the Moscow community, wishing them the best and their hard times right now.
Yeah, that hurts. So I think we're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll regroup and get ready for our opening kickoff of the second half. Sandpoint with the 23-6 lead over Lake City here on IdahoSports.com.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
So we're back for the start of the second half of play. Sandpoint up 23-6 over Lake City, and we finally figured out where we're going to be next week. I keep saying we're going to be in Lewiston and Post Falls because we're looking forward to that game, but that's in 2 weeks. We have an early 4A treat next week. Sandpoint at Lakeland. That's going to be that's for the league title. I mean,
no doubt.
No pulling punches about that one. Lakeland going to that game 6-1. More than likely, obviously, they're up huge on Timberlake. Sandpoint looking like they're in control of this ball game so far, but things can change in the second half. You got some talent out there on the field for Lake City. That's going to be a whale of a ball game.
Oh, you're going to see two powerhouses going at it next week in that
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, and you're going to see a heavy dose of run games from both teams. The only reason I'd say I give the edge to Sandpoint Bulldogs is we've watched Lakeland 2 times this year, and they haven't really had a pass attack. Yeah. And we know the Sandpoint Bulldogs have one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
But we look at what Sandpoint has given up on the running game tonight.
That's true.
It's going to be a back-and-forth ball game.
And they haven't met Cornish and Calder over there. Over there in
That
Lakeland.
is going to be such a good game. That is going to be an awesome ball game next week here on IdahoSports.com. We'll have the video broadcast of that game from Lakeland with the de facto 4A title game in the first week of October.
Not something you usually see, but I'm excited for it. Ready for the battle.
That's how the schedule rolls out this year, and it's kind of weird, but we'll take it as the opening kick. We've seen that one played in like 4 feet of snow before. Sandpoint's going to return the opening kick to start the second half, and going to be run out of bounds shy of the 28-yard line is number 8, Joe Bohannick.
First drive here for the Bulldogs. Expect a heavy dose of run game again. I mean, their run game's been working great. They mixed in the pass game there in that 2-minute drive, but no point to go against. They're going to try to run some clock here and not give the Lake City a chance to get their offense on the field.
So scooted back just a smidge. He's going to be at the 27-yard line for Sandpoint offense. Parker Pettit going to bring out Max Frank Brewster in the backfield with Pettit. 2 receivers to the right side. And the up back is Vandenberg. Snap to Pettit. Going to hand on. He's going to keep it going straight ahead. And he's met by a host of T-Wolf defenders, including Zach Johnson, for a gain of 1.
Zach Johnson has been all over the field on the defense. Like to see him get included in the offense game, but one thing as a coach,
he's got their only touchdown.
Yeah,
so, I mean, he is their offense so far. But
sorry. When you come out in this 23-6 league, I always think you should take a shot. Try to put the game away here right out of halftime.
So Sandpoint coming in under center. They're in the wing tee. They're going to turn around and hand off Frank on the counter. He's through a couple defenders, and he's still running on his feet. Picks up an extra 20 yards after first contact. And a huge first down run down to the 45-yard line.
Huge
That's a
run
gain
there.
of 25 on the carry from Max Frank.
Huge run there. Why take a shot when you can run for 25 yards? That was a great play there, and they're back into that wing tee, and it's just so hard for his defensive coordinator to know what they're going to go into, and wing tee's a hard one to stop.
So they're going to shift back out into the pistol as they're going to go reset. Wide receiver out to the wide to the right is Hinberg. Brewster's going to get it going straight ahead on the zone, and he runs right into the teeth of the T-Wolf defense for a gain of 2.
But yeah, I mean, when you shift, when you're in the wing tee, you have everyone in, and you're ready to load the box to stop the run, and then they go out to that pistol, and it's so quick. It's not like it's slow. They're walking out there. No, they sprint out there, get set, and there's only so much time for your defense to shift. It's really hard for a coordinator to call anything.
We haven't seen the play action out of the wing tee yet either. Here it comes as Parker Pettit goes under center, second down and long. Wing tee look for the Bulldogs. And he's going to hand off to Max Frank on the counter around the outside to the right. For gain of 3, it'll bring up third down and about 6.
Yeah, and there's so much things you can do out of the wing tee. I mean, you have trick plays, double reverses, you have play action pass. So much to prepare for.
We haven't seen the naked boot yet either. That's still there too.
So much to prepare for with this Sandpoint offense. Kind of hard to prepare for.
A lot of window dressing there. Is Pettit under center. Hughes and Frank in the backfield. Garcia, this tight slot to the left. Handoff to Hughes straight ahead, and he is just an absolute gorilla breaking out of the zoo, running straight ahead. Picks up close to 10 on the carry in the first down. We'll give him 9.
I mean, running attack is working great here from Sandpoint, and they're on that plus side of the field. This is where I've noticed the Sandpoint coaches like to take a shot.
And it's interesting too is that they're not running to that. They ran. I don't want to say their non-strong side of the line, but they ran behind Barrett there instead of. We've been seeing them get the push behind Terrell, and Laybourne out there. But Terrell, the left tackle, a big kid out there. As Pettit's going to be in the pistol, Hughes in the backfield, and Pettit's going to keep it on the mesh on the zone. He's going to pick up 5 on the carry. Quiet 5 yards. I mean, it only looks like he's picking up like 2 or 3, and you're like, oh, wait, no, that was 5.
Yeah, just kind of scurries his way through there, and it's, gosh, I mean, I don't know what exactly their average is, but they're averaging well over 4 yards to carry here for Sandpoint so far this game, and it's been impressive to watch both offensive line kind of blow back the defensive lines here.
The first half took 46 minutes to play. Halftime was half of the time of the first half. As we approach 8 minutes, handoff to, I think that was Hughes again over the left side. He's still on his feet pushing forward, and he gets the first down, a gain of, 10 yards on the carry. He probably got 8 of those after first contact, and that's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs, and we're under 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter already.
I mean, he just drug a T-Wolf defender for those 10 yards. He just had him
around his backpack.
Yeah, around his waist and was just dragging him. I mean, what a run there from Hughes.
So Pettit back under center, wing T, look for the Bulldogs. First down at 10, handoff. Max Frank going to keep it on the stretch out to the right side. He finds a seam through a defender into the end zone. Touchdown Sandpoint. Just like that, they score. A run of 18 yards for the touchdown for Sandpoint.
And that's his second touchdown of the game right there. Is Max Frank's second rushing touchdown of the game, and also has a receiving, so 3 TDs on the night so far.
He's making a claim for our IdahoSports.com player of the game, maybe.
Yeah, there's definitely a shot. But
Parker Pettit's not done yet.
I'm about to say Parker Pettit's not out of it yet.
So the PAT attempt is up, and it is good. Sandpoint's up 30-6 on Lake City in the third quarter. 7:34 left to play here in the third. On their opening drive, they go 72 yards and hit Bader.
And now it's time. Right? You got to throw all your marbles in if you're Lake City. You don't score here on this drive. I mean, it's not only demoralizing for your team, but could put a point where Sandpoint hasn't been stopped all game, right? You got to come out and score here, Lake City. This is do or die territory here for Lake City.
They haven't been forced to punt yet.
No.
Or 4 and out or a turnover.
And that matter, I think we've only seen 1 punt this whole game.
Yeah, Lake City had 1 punt.
Yep. And turnover from them, 1 drive, couple missed opportunities, seen a sack right before halftime. Lake City offense has been moving, just hasn't been able to finish, and I mean that's a test to the Sandpoint's defense, who's been bending but not breaking. And if you're here, it's do or die time for the T-Wolves. They got to get a good touchdown.
So Cogley and Walker back deep to receive for the T-Wolves as Gove is going to tee it up for the Bulldogs. And you got Wes Benefield in the middle of your kickoff team. That's 215 pounds of psychopath running down the field at you as Cogley's going to get the reception. Nice return there. He hits the seam and clears the defender, and he's going to get tackled at the 30-yard line.
One of the better returns we've seen here from the T-Wolves this game. Kind of gives them some good field position to start with. Interested to see what they come out with. I don't know how much you can still run the football in this game being down 30-6.
Yeah, you're going to have to start taking some shots here. You got the receivers to do it. You got size on the outside with Cogley and Hill and Zach Johnson. I mean, you got the receivers out there. Just got to get in their hands here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Sandpoint dial up the pressure here and maybe blitz a couple times.
Yeah.
Interesting formation here. Tight trips look for the T-Wolves. Single back is Johnson in the backfield. Gets the hand off to the left side. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Levi Ballison in there, as well as Austin Smith, the defensive tackle.
Yeah, and great pursuit there, and we've seen him come out, try to give it back to Zach Johnson. And like I said, he hasn't got the ball a whole lot today. Does have their one touch, doesn't have a reception on the night, has only 2 carries. One of your better players got to find one.
That was Tyrone Neely on the tackle. Don't want to short the youngster. A nice play on Zach Johnson as Jackson Pettit in the shotgun. Johnson coming across the formation on the shovel pass, and he's going to be picked up and dropped. Guess who? Wes Benefield out of his Mike linebacker position for no gain.
Actually, looks like they might have lost a
yard.
Oh,
they did. They lost a yard on the play. So tackle for loss for Wes Benefield.
What a play! I mean, that's a motion. You know, it's a little pop pass right there. We see it a lot more popular now from the middle linebacker spot. I mean, Zach Johnson is electric. To get him, that's impressive out of the middle linebacker spot there.
He ran from 20 yards away to catch that play. As Pettit's going to drop back to pass. He's scrambling to his left, looking for something. He's going to finally hit, and ball sputtered up in the air, and it's going to be intercepted at the 31-yard line. Sandpoint's got the ball, and I believe that's Jack Zimmerman on the interception.
And we're starting to see the Sandpoint team take over here right now in the second half. But on that one, I mean, a scramble drill. And one, if you're Jackson Pettit, you're going to wish you would have just took the sack on.
He took a shot on that one.
Yes, he did. And trying to make a play, understandable. You know, you're down 30-6. One, you're going to wish you took a sack on. Now we see Sandpoint once again in plus side territory. And
short field, yeah.
Yeah, and maybe coach comes out here and takes a shot. I mean, maybe just says we're going to put it away right here. Or you go back to your run game that's been working all night as well.
I think they're going to do that. They're going to come out under center probably is my guess. They're in the pistol, and they're going to run that mesh kind of read option look with Brewster and Pettit. So Pettit in the pistol. And Brewster's going to get the handoff going straight ahead, spins his way forward for a pickup of 6 on the carry. On first down, they'll bring up second down at 4. Final from Nampa. Nampa beats Owyhee 26-24. Boise State wins. Coming back like gangbusters over San Diego State, gets the victory. And that one 35-13 over the Aztecs. 3 rushers near 100 or over 100 yards, including Taylon Green. As the handoff goes to Max Frank straight ahead. Out of the backfield, Max Frank picks up 10 in the first down.
We've seen him get Max Franks involved in the run game this week, and he's been everywhere. I mean, he really has, and that's definitely someone that they're looking to get the ball to a lot. Obviously, great playmaker for this team, and he's in the backfield again here with Pettit.
You know, just a junior. He was a sophomore last year and played wide receiver and played pretty darn well for the Bulldogs. He was a big target for Pettit in their state championship game run. Pettit's going to scramble, and he's going to run out of bounds, gain of 1. Nice coverage by the T-Wolves in the secondary.
Great coverage there. Great decision from Parker Pettit. Pull it down. Don't force anything. Your team has the lead right now. Live to play another down.
Well, and he had Zach Johnson breathing down his neck. Smart of him to be like, okay, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm going to go to bounce on this play, yeah.
Live to play another day.
And it looks like they're going back in that wing tee, and that's where they've had success running the ball tonight, is actually this wing tee. The pistol's been shut down pretty well by the T-Wolves, but this wing tee they haven't been able to figure out yet.
So Pettit under center. Little window dressing, handoff to the motion man inside. I believe that's Max Frank. He's going to pick up 3 on the carry.
That was actually Brewster.
Oh, sorry, that was Cody Brewster out of the backfield. Try to multitask and get other scores.
Oh, no worries.
So they're going to squeeze it on down back into the
play action pass. Will we finally see it here? Maybe the naked bootleg? Is
a little naked boot or a
long 3rd and 7 here?
We'll see. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Pettit going to spin. He's going to turn and hand off inside. Max Frank dancing in the hole, and he heads towards the line to gain, and he might get the first down. Did he get the 7.5 that was there?
They gave it to him.
Yeah, first down and goal. So Max Frank gets across the 10 down to the inside the 8-yard line, which is where the line to gain was.
Yeah, we seen him fake the up back going in there and hand it off to Frank out of the wing and follow the up back. And
so we got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And I was like, look at the time. I'm not going to jinx this, but man, like, it's going to take longer in the second half because Lake City's going to have to start taking shots. But Sandpoint gets the ball running straight ahead. That's Levi Ballison on the carry. And he's going to pick up a couple. Gets down to the 5.
looks like a gain of like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him 2 on the carry.
Still haven't seen that play action pass, but I mean, with the run game working the way it is.
He was setting it up, though. You saw him spin out of it. I was like,
yeah.
I thought he had it. Give him the Academy Award for the sell on the fake there, as Pettit's going to be under center. Handoff, Max Franco, left side, slices inside, spins to the goal line. Did he get in? Just shy. They're going to get him about the half-yard line. So a gain of 5 on the carry by Max Frank.
He really wanted that 4th touchdown there. He reached that ball across. It just
you get 4 taters. Do you get IdahoSports.com player of the game?
Kind of hard to deny him at that point.
Kind of hard, yeah. Even though as
Especially
good of a game as Pettit's having, that's impressive. 4 TDs in a game is tough no matter how you slice it. It's Pettit's under center. He's going to push the pile straight forward. He's going to keep it and go, plunge it in to the end zone. Touchdown, Sandpoint. Parker Pettit from 1 yard out.
Yeah, Pettit told us to hold the phone there. He's still in the running now.
He's like, I ain't done. What are you talking about? Pettit picks up the score. I mean, it was like multiple touchdown games.
And we got an update from just down the road. 27-13, Union's up right now. They got a touchdown out of the half, and then Coeur d'Alene fumbled a kick off the kickoff, and they scored another touchdown. So 27-13, Union up against Coeur d'Alene right now.
Lewiston up after half, 47-0 on Moscow. Bengals all over the Bears. And the extra point is up and good. So 30-point ball. Sorry, 31-point game. I haven't seen the PAT added to the scoreboard yet. There it is. I was quick on the draw. So 37-6 ball game. This is IdahoSports.com's GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night, brought to you by Mountain West Bank. An audio-only broadcast for tonight's game. Next week we'll have video of probably the 4A North Idaho game of the year. I mean, it's going to be a dandy. Who thought Lakeland was going to be going 6-1 into the Sandpoint game?
I mean, not me. Complete culture change. I'll tell you what. That the culture in the whole school seems different. They got a new principal in Hoffman.
Jimmy Hoffman's a great guy there,
yes,
too.
Yes, he is. I've known him for a long time. And new coach, almost a brand new coaching staff. Yeah.
Well, Coach Schroeder's, I mean, he's been in the game for a long time. He's had success no matter where he went. Emmett down in California, he's been successful no matter where he's been, and certainly no difference. He's changed the tide. We talked about what Coach Knowles brought to Sandpoint when he showed up there. Kind of the same thing cooking down the road in Lakeland. So Gove's kick is going to be high, and Cogley's going to get it at the 10-yard line, bring it across the 20 to the 25. He's got the sideline and ran out of bounds. So we'll see if it's close to 35. I think they might mark him right at the 35-yard line.
Yep, looks like it's right at 35. Good return here. Good field position. Got to get something going. We've seen a 3-and-out last drive, and at this point, I think it's if you're the offensive coordinator, it's time to take the running plays out of the playbook and take some shots.
You know, you saw Sandpoint go up big on Homedale and then kind of call off the Dogs a little bit too early in that ball game, and Homedale mounted a comeback. Sandpoint, I don't see them making that same mistake in this one. They're like, no, that one got too uncomfortable late. We're gonna try to put this one away and sink our teeth into this one, especially we're a 5A opponent.
Yeah, no doubt. And like I said, they've been close against many 5A, so they're not letting this one slip through their fingers tonight if they can help it.
So snap goes back to Pettit. Reverse coming around the backside. That's going to be Johnson with it. He's across the 40 to the 50-yard line. He's got room down the sideline, 40 to the 35-yard line, out of bounds. Nice gain there by Zach Johnson on the end around, and a pickup of 30.
That was actually number 1.
Oh, was that Cogley?
That was number 1, Cogley, yeah.
Nice run by Cogley. They're deceiving me. I thought that was Zach Johnson. They look eerily similar.
Big gain there. What was the yardage?
30 yards on the carry.
And there it is. Bag of tricks. Pull one out in this game, and that was a good time to pull it out.
Handoff on the reverse, too. And pass out to the flat on the right side to Hill, who's going to be wrapped up by Kobe Barlow, the senior defensive back for the Bulldogs. Gain of 4 on the play.
I'm honestly really surprised here that T-Wolves didn't go to that quick passing game a little bit earlier. It's been there, Sandpoint playing off a little bit, and we've seen him take a lot of deep shots, but not really get Pettit in rhythm. And I think they're trying to get him in rhythm here with his quick passing game here early.
Yeah, so tight formation, 2 receivers to each side. Pettit going to be in the backfield. He's going to pass out to the right side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, looking for the running back. Brock Morris, the intended receiver, incomplete, bring up 3rd down.
Good little play there. Had opportunity, a little 5-yard out of the backfield. It's a linebacker on a running back. You're going to take that every day of the week you can get it. Unless the middle linebacker, Zach Johnson's on him, of course. But
a couple finals from around the state. Emmett blanked Columbia 42-0. Weiser beats McCall Donnelly 47-13. Wolverines looking to make another run at the state title. Handoff strung out to the right side. Whitehead going to be brought down for a loss of 3. Captain Chaos in on that play. Jack Zimmerman. Ballison on the tackle, helped out. You had Zimmerman coming from the backside. They brought the bus.
Yeah, yes, they did. Wow. And 4th and long here, and this is going to be a pivotal 4th down. If Lake City doesn't get it here, I'm not saying it's ball game. Seen crazier things happen in football, but I haven't seen Sandpoint's offense been slowed down at all tonight.
So under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Jackson Pettit on 4th down and 9 in the shotgun. Hill is the motion man across to the left. He's going to drop back to pass, looking back to the single receiver side. Johnson off the fingertips, just a little high, but he had a step on Jack Zimmerman, but incomplete. It'll be turnover on downs, a Sandpoint football. Great play call.
Yeah, great play call. Just the execution tonight has not been there for the T-Wolves tonight. It's come back to bite them in the score, and now we're starting to see a Sandpoint team really run away with it. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sandpoint just stay in the wing tee for the rest of the night and just hand the football off and try to get out of here as quick as they can.
Definitely expect to see more of the run game. Trying to chew up the rest of this clock on the game as you're going to under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter, 46 seconds. So split out to the right, 2 receivers out there, 2 backs in the backfield in the pistol. Handoff to Brewster, goes straight ahead. He's to the 40, spun around, kind of helicoptered down, but forward progress gives him 5 yards on the carry.
Another good run there, and we've seen running by the committee here from Sandpoint.
That's how they do it up there, right?
Yeah.
7 guys, I think, got in on the game so far. Have gotten a carry in the ball game.
Yeah, there's 6 or 7 of them in that running by committee. That's hard for a defensive person when you don't know who's getting the ball every play.
So Hughes in the backfield now, checks in at running back. Parker's going to drop back. Pettit rolls to his right. He's got a receiver out there and has slipped and fell coming off the numbers. And, man, he was wide open. That ball was on the money. He just fell down was Garcia.
Yeah, when we talked about the beginning of the game, the field conditions here, we were talking this field looks a little rough out here tonight. A lot of mud spots. And second time we've seen someone slip out here tonight.
Especially wide open in a pattern. So 7 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Looking down 3rd down and 5. Wouldn't be surprised to see Sandpoint just go back and run this.
Yeah. Honestly surprised to see him take a shot right there.
Could be a time to see that play action pass. Pettit's under center. He's going to turn around, hand off Max Frank over the right side. 1st down and then some. Picks up 8 on the carry. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Sandpoint up 37-6 on homecoming for Lake City. And we'll be back here for the 4th quarter play here on IdahoSports.com.
I'm Jen Migalki-Seiler, and I'm from Moscow.
I can tell about Monaco.
I think it's really important to get vaccinated because it's not just about me and my health, it's about the people around me. We have a lot of friends who have disabilities or have different health conditions. I want to make sure I don't make anyone sick. So we chose to get vaccinated to keep each other healthy.
And we're back here for the start of the fourth quarter of play. Sandpoint up 37-6. It's been all Bulldogs in this one because they raced out. Obviously, they came out to the 3-0 lead, and then no looking back on that one as they went up to 10-zip to start. They're starting 9-zip because they missed the PAT. And yeah, it's been a clinic by this Bulldog offense.
And it's mostly been the run game tonight. I mean, we've seen some drop passes, but the Sandpoint's run game has looked amazing tonight here against the T-Wolves.
So Sandpoint comes out in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Pettit going to be in the shotgun with Brewster in the backfield, I believe. Don't quote me on that because I've been wrong all night. Hughes in the backfield. And Garcia gets it on the end around. He's going to get it on the counter play to the slot back and a gain of 6 on the carry. So add another name to the list of ball carriers.
Yep, there's our 7th ball carrier there from Sandpoint. I mean, almost your whole starting offense has touched the football.
When you start saying last names, it's going to sound like a law firm.
Oh, man. And we're seeing a Timberwolves defense that just looks gassed. They've been on the field a lot tonight. Play action pass.
So Pettit's going to keep it, actually, on the scramble. He's going to cross the 30 to the 25. He's still on his feet and out of bounds. Shy of the 20-yard line, down to the 23. Big gain there from Parker Pettit. Gain of 28 on the carry.
Did a little, finally, they ran the play action pass. And the defensive end was there for the T-Wolves, but Parker Pettit made a miss, and then it turns into a big 28-yard scramble. Zach Johnson's not there to make the tackle. Pettit's walking in the end zone there.
Yeah, absolutely. As Pettit's going to be in the pistol again. Single back in the backfield with him is Hughes. It's anybody's guess who's back there. They ran so many guys out of the backfield tonight. 2 receivers to each side. Finally gets the snap. He's going to drop back, looking to pass out on the right side. He's find his receiver. That is Hinberg with the reception and a gain of 12 yards on first down. So that brings up another first down. Ball down to just shy of the 11-yard line.
You know, opposite of what we were thinking, we thought Sandpoint would stick with the run game. All of a sudden, bringing out the playbook, throwing some passes out there.
Because the clock continues to run now as we're down under 11 minutes to play in the ball game. Sandpoint driving down the field. No hurry here. Pettit's going to walk up to the line. He's going to go under center. Shades of Lakeland from the mid-90s.
Oh, man.
Pettit under center, turnaround handoff. Hughes goes straight ahead, met by a host of T-Wolf defenders for a gain of 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the wing tee. We ran out of gun there for the first couple of years in Lakeland. Personally, was not my favorite offense. Personally.
You mean you liked mine?
Yeah.
I was your JV coach, of course, so we ran a little bit of spread. It's Pettit under center. 2 backs in the backfield behind him in the wing tee. Trying to use as much clock as they can. I think they're waiting for that back judge. Finally, turnaround handoff. Max Frank over the left side, through down to the 5 to the 4. Gain of 7 on the carry.
It's going to be a battle. We see Max Franks get a carry.
Just like, give me the stinking ball.
Parker Pettit is getting the carry. It's going to be a battle here for the Idaho
IdahoSports.com player of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle.
Max is like, just give me one more touchdown, please. See if Pettit dials his own number here with 9:27 to play. Pettit in the pistol. Ooh, went off somebody's helmet. Ball still on the turf and picked up. We got our first turnover of the ball game from the Bulldogs, and turnover and fumble recovered by number 22, Preston Demare.
And I have no idea. It looked like the snap. I don't even know. It looks like he just skyrocketed in the air there.
Like a missile went straight. It was like a shot out of a mortar. Like it went probably a good 30, 40 feet in the air before it finally landed.
Yeah, and then Parker Pettit was running after it, and there were so many Lake City guys back there. One of them blew up Parker Pettit, and honestly, kind of surprised he rolled on the ball there. If he could have probably done a scoop and score, there's no Sandpoint players in sight in front of him.
Yeah, so long field now for Lake City on the first turnover of the ball game from the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. Pettit's going to drop back. Here's the Heat screenplay, and played absolutely perfectly. That was Owen Wimmer on the tackle. Whitehead on the screen and no gain on the play. Submarine by Owen Wimmer. Just an absolutely great defensive play.
Yeah, they were not fooled by that screenplay at all. Sniffed it out and made a great tackle there.
He had the defender on him, and he just went low and just kept driving. Low man one, and he gets the tackle for no gain on the screenplay. So handoff this time. Whitehead goes over the left side for a gain of 3 or 4 on the play. Making 5. So generous spot there, 8:35 and counting.
Ref's been generous all night, to be honest with you.
Things hold suit here. We got 8:27 and the clock is rolling, and we're at 8:50. And that's with a 23-minute halftime.
Jeez.
Ball's on the ground. It's finally picked up. Pettit rolls. He finally looking for a receiver and throws incomplete smartly. He may have gotten away because he had a couple of offensive linemen downfield, and he got away with a
Yeah, no doubt. It's do or
penalty
die
there, but it's 4th down.
Yeah, do or die. They're not putting the ball here. Pettit's looking a little hobbly after that play, too. He got hit. He took a shot there on that play.
So that could have been disastrous with a lineman downfield. That could have pinned him way back, but Pettit smartly picks that up and actually throws it downfield incomplete. Yeah, Pettit holding the small of his back. 3 receivers to the right side, single receiver out to the left is Cogley. He's going to drop back, throws across the middle, and intercepted by Wes Benefield. He's down the right side across the 20, inside of the 15 and out of bounds. And another turnover by the T-Wolves. Benefield gave himself about 4 chances for that pick as he bobbled it to himself.
Yeah, he's playing a little bit of hot potato there, and one where Pettit had Zach Johnson coming across the middle, put way too much heat on it in front of him. Johnson couldn't get a hand on it. And Benefield right in the perfect spot to make that interception.
Yeah, the first team All-State linebacker last year as a junior gets the pick and down to the 15-yard line. Sandpoint back in business where they lost the ball on the snap on their last trip down the field.
And we're going to see the battle again here. Is it going to be Frank, or are we going to see Pettit?
So wing T look again for the Bulldogs. Hughes in the backfield with Frank. And it's going to be handoff. Max Frank stretch out to the left side, looking for a cutback lane. He picks up a couple, and he's dropped by Zach Johnson on the tackle. A gain of 2 on first down. We're going to have a tackle chart for Zach Johnson because, man, that kid has been everywhere in this ballgame defensively for
He's
Lake
pushing
City.
close to double digits. I believe he's at 8 right now.
So Pettit waiting the snap. He might have double digits because of the tackles in the secondary, too, now that I think about it.
He could be in plus territory.
So Pettit hands off straight ahead. Hughes wearing a defender as a backpack and picks up 3 on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd down and short. 7-10 and counting left in the ball game.
3rd and about 4 here for Sandpoint. It's going to be... I'm not going to say it's going to be a run because we've seen Sandpoint kind of open their playbook here since they've gotten the lead. Maybe, working on some plays they don't usually work on in a game just to get them ready for, like we said, a huge game next week against Lakeland. And in a game that's, so I'm honestly surprised to see Parker Pettit in this game.
Yeah, but he's also trying to get some stats. So I get it. You're a senior. You want your senior out there running the offense. But you're up 31. I get it. Pettit's going to drop back. He's looking to pass, and he's going to scramble to his right. He might pull it down and keep it. He looks back inside, throws it to Vandenberg towards the end zone, and on second effort, he gets down to the 1-yard line. So gain of 8 and the first down. Bring a first down and goal from the 1. Ari Vandenberg on the reception down low.
Great scramble drill there from Sandpoint's receivers, and a great throw from Parker Pettit across his body to a receiver that was inches away from getting in the end zone.
And back in, but that's kind of, you tell your kids when I'm coaching, like, don't throw it back inside. That's exactly what he did, but Vandenberg was kind of standing there like he's posted up down low on defense in football, or in basketball. Kind of just like got it down in the low post. So Pettit under center, going to turn around, hand it off. Hughes gets the carry this time, goes straight ahead, and touchdown Sandpoint. 1 yard out, finally gets Hughes his touchdown.
We gave him the touchdown.
Did they give it to him? I saw the
I
signal
think
from
side.
the near.
I think the side. I definitely seen him down short.
Okay, the near judge gave him the sticks, but
I thought he was down short too. He barrel rolled. I mean, really good play by him, but he barrel rolled in the end zone.
They're talking about it, so I think they're going to spot it. Yep, they will spot it second down. So never mind. Didn't put any points on the board. I'm going to stay there.
Yeah,
I thought he was, because they had one referee had him in.
Yeah, Hughes on that play did a great acting job. He hit the ground at the 1 yard line and just rolled forward, so the side judge couldn't see anything. It looked like he was in the end zone, but the judge on the far side over there on Sandpoint sideline seen him down.
It's like, nah, not tonight, man. All right, you can get Max Frank's 4th touchdown. Pettit under center.
Could be Parker Pettit's
little
3rd.
Little push. Turns around, Max Frank over the left side, touchdown. That's his 4th of the ball game.
Wow, I mean, what a game for Max Franks and Parker Pettit. I mean, it's going to be hard to choose between the two here at the end of the night, but what a game from both of those guys.
Yeah, great ball game. The junior Max Frank, Parker Pettit, the senior.
7 touchdowns combined between the two of them.
43-6 lead with 5:18 to play. As the kick is up, and it is good. So that puts us 44-6. With 5:18 left to play. So next week on IdahoSports.com, North Idaho Game Night brought to you by Mountain West Bank. We have Sandpoint traveling to Lakeland for a IEL 4A de facto championship game between those two teams. In my mind, like the winner there. Lakeland playing for home field in the playoffs. They're trying to pull what Sandpoint did last year. Sandpoint looking to play spoiler and play for home field in the playoff. I mean, at least max preps ranking comes in. Sandpoint's max preps ranking has got to be through the absolute stinking roof.
Yeah, no doubt.
Even with losses, this is because of this way they've scheduled. Actually, they lost a game on their schedule to Colville. Colville canceled, which actually improved their max preps ranking. Weirdly, so actually kind of acts as a win. I don't know how. I mean, it's weird how that works, but I mean, take it. They're only going to play 7 games.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, and I mean, strength of schedule. I mean, it helps this Sandpoint team when it comes into that playoff time, going against some of those Boise teams down south.
Yeah, I mean, they've opened against a team from Utah. They played Coeur d'Alene in a loss. Lake City's going to bring back the ball on the kickoff to the 27-yard line. Expect some spot duty from some backups, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and for Lake City here, I mean, heading into league play, I mean, this is one where I think you take it with a grain of salt. You know, you did get blown out here tonight, but you had chances to be in this game. Yeah. And I think that's something you build on, especially if you're Lake City coach. You're going to build on that. Go heading into league play here for the T-Wolves.
So 5:09 left to play in the ball game. This game is wrapping up the same time as some games in Southern Idaho. As the snap is over the head of the quarterback, still on it, and Sandpoint's going to fall in at the 10-yard line. Another costly turnover. Sandpoint's going to get the ball back deep in Lake City territory.
Yep.
Absolutely disastrous second half for the Timberwolves. Highland defeats Blackfoot 34-28. Drew Hymas, the Highland quarterback, is the IdahoSports.com player of the game with 150 rushing yards, over 100 yards passing, 2 TD runs. So an impressive night for him.
Yeah.
Big win over Blackfoot.
Blackfoot, that was just a team that was hanging in with Rigby the other week. I mean, losing some games and then some surprising games, like we said, but they've been an up-down season so far this year.
No, but Blackfoot's scheduled up though. I mean, they've played some 5A schools, and as a 4A team, I mean, you kind of got to do like Skyline's doing the same thing too. You're going to take your lumps maybe here and there, but man, you will be battle tested come playoff time. That's for sure if you stay healthy. Is Pettit in at quarterback. Under center, turns and hands off Brewster, falls on the ball, kind of a muffed exchange, and no gain on the play.
Yeah, and we're going to see the Pettit and Frank show here from Sandpoint. I'm here, sure to end the game here. And
see if they spread the love to Cody Brewster. See if they can get him in the end zone too. Do we do co-players of the game? I don't know.
I was thinking the same thing. I was going to ask you. I didn't know if it was allowed.
I don't know if it's allowed or not, but we could break the rules. We're up here North Idaho. Nobody's going to come yell at us. Handoff goes straight ahead. Cody Brewster towards the end zone. He's down to the 1 yard line. So a gain of 9.
And this time I actually think he got in. He reached that ball with his knee on top of the guy. I think he got in, but yards short. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be surprised to see him get in the end zone here.
Yeah, so 9 on the carry from Brewster, being third down is short. 3rd and goal from the 1 with 4 minutes left to play. Pettit under center. Maybe just slide Pettit in. I don't know. Keep him healthy. Who do you want to get a touchdown to? They're going to give it to Brewster over the left side. Pushes his way across the goal line into the end zone for 6 and a flag on the play.
Oh.
I'm going to take those points off for right now because we hit the 50 burger.
Or was the flag? Who threw the flag? Oh.
We'll see who it's on.
Call a holding here, maybe? Very rare in that.
Legal hands to the face. There's a number of things that could be called here. I don't know. They haven't scrubbed the touchdown yet. Touchdown will stand. And then unsportsmanlike on Lake City.
Yeah, just a frustration penalty there. And it's been a tough game for the T-Wolves tonight, and that's just one that comes out of frustration from your players. And
so waiting the PAT, it's 50-6, Sandpoint up. What started to be a really competitive game, and just the train came off the rails for Lake City on their homecoming. Snap back, kick is up, and it's good.
And in a game that brings confidence to the Sandpoint team, who's not saying they didn't have confidence, but lost a couple close games there, and offense has been firing on all cylinders, and defense has played great. Came up with 3 turnovers so far today.
So the question is, we know Lewiston's good. We know Sandpoint's good. Lewiston's really good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that Bengal team is legit. I was talking with the Sandpoint coaches before the game. Like, that game last week, he's like, typical Lewiston game. When it comes down to last play, it's always a 2-point game. But that was just a dandy of a ball game last week, and the Bengals are just all over Moscow tonight. And I really saw this as a revenge game for Sandpoint. They had to come in with an axe to grind. And, they had something after last week. I know that they felt a little upset that it didn't go their way. And Lake City was the innocent bystander to this one.
Yeah, and what train's going to keep rolling? Is it going to be the Sandpoint train or the Lakeland train? I mean, I think we see both teams make the play. We'll definitely see, I believe, in my opinion.
Lakeland's in. They won't miss the playoffs. They're in the playoffs no matter what. What seed are they going to be? That's the question.
Yeah.
As the kick comes from the opposite 45 and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And like you said, 4A IAL basically championship on the line next week, and a game that's earlier than usually scheduled, which I kind of like. You see a lot of injuries happen in the back half of the season, and we're seeing both Sandpoints becoming healthy. Lakeland looks pretty healthy as long as there's no injuries tonight out at Timberlake. It's going to be a heck of a ball game, and one everyone's going to want to tune into if you're looking for a good football game.
We talked about 2 running attacks, right? We thought this game had been rolling quick. We might be out of there by 8:30 next week. As pass over to the right side to Whitehead is dropped for a loss of 3 on the swing pattern. Nice play there on defense by a bunch of the backups out there. They had number 8, Bohannik, on the tackle out of the outside linebacker position. You've got all your second stringers out there on the field now for Sandpoint. I don't know why the crowd is singing the ABCs, but got to cheer for something. They know how to sing the alphabet.
Yep.
As Pettit's going to roll to his right. Jackson Pettit slings it out to the right side. Nice gain there. Pickup of almost 20 yards.
Yeah,
And a first down.
Different one for me. I haven't never heard a student section sing the ABCs, you know. I mean, not much to cheer for tonight, so why not go back to something we learned in pre-K?
So love it. Morris on the reception, a gain of 15.
And now we got that happy birthday going. I don't know what's going on out there tonight.
So Jackson Pettit slings it back over to the right side again. A gain of, we'll call it 9. Hill on the reception.
And we're seeing the pass attack starting to get going here. Something I thought might get going for the T-Wolves hasn't opened up. And Sandpoint going to be resting their starters for the rest of the game, going into a big game next week. But this is a time to, build some confidence in your offense if you're the T-Wolves here.
So Jackson Pettit in the shotgun. Second down is short. He's going to drop back to pass, looking for a man. He's going to throw it deep down the left side. He's got Zach Johnson out there. Connects across the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Lake City. 63 yards.
And the ref is, I don't know what he's doing. He's waving his hand almost like there's a flag on the play, but it looks like he's running down there now, so touchdown stands.
So 51-12, waiting the point after attempt. 63-yard touchdown reception from Zach Johnson. He's got over 80 yards receiving in this game and a couple touchdowns for the T-Wolves.
And we finally see him connect on that deep ball. I mean, they've missed it a couple times tonight. Just too little, too late to finally connect on it.
Put a lot of air under it and was able to connect as the PAT is up and good. So 51-13, Sandpoint with the lead with 1:58 left to play. And, we're kind of setting up next week's game. We got the North Idaho Prepcast coming up on Wednesday. Myself and Brandon Bainey will talk all things North Idaho athletics. A lot of stuff going on around the area. You had soccer this week. There's some huge soccer matches locally. Volleyball's getting right down the meat of that schedule as Lakeland in volleyball on the girls' side clinched the 4A #1 seed to regional. So, great season so far from Lakeland Hawk Athletics. I mean, we talk about what the program's doing. It's going through, all programs are having, really successful years. And, hats off to the Lady Hawks there as they're looking maybe sneak their way to another state championship like they got a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and that volleyball program's been something to wreck with. That coach they brought in, I don't know her name off the top of my head, but that culture changed a lot when she came into the building, and they've been rolling ever since.
I mean, obviously Skyview is going to have a lot to say about it because Skyview is let's just be honest, really, really, really good volleyball program. But Lakeland's got a lot to say as far as maybe they make a podium stand on the second day at state and find their way into a medal game, which would be awesome for that Hawk program.
Yeah, and the football program too. You never know.
Sandpoint boys soccer right now, they're undefeated 9-0-3.
Yeah,
so there's some programs around here that are. Lake City girls soccer, in my mind, is the favorite for the state championship as the onside attempt is wrangled, and we had a player go head first into a down protected player. So we're going to get a 15-yarder on the end of that one.
Yep, and there's another frustration penalty, and one that was an easy call for the refs there. Man was down and just dove into his head there.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking athletics around North Idaho, like Lake City girls soccer. I don't know what they've got to do to earn more. They won the state championship last year. I don't know what they have to do to get more respect because they're not even. I don't even know if they were ranked in the last top 3 in the poll, and they're undefeated this year and just absolutely destroying teams. Everybody seems to think Boise's still going to win it all. I got my money on the Lady T-Wolves in girls soccer, and then swimming. Lake City girls swim team won state last year. They're looking to repeat again this year too. So, everybody's making hay in North Idaho this year.
Yeah, and I think North Idaho is going to have to get a lot more respect than they've gotten in the recent years.
So we're waiting the negative 2-yard carries here at the end of the game as we got about a minute and 10 seconds left as Parker Pettit's going to take the snap and take a knee. And, we talk about other teams around the area looking at like Kellogg in 2A in football. They're a force to be reckoned with. I think they could definitely make some noise late in the season. And, hopes of a state title there for the Wildcats. Bonners Ferry and Timberlake's going to turn out to be a really, really good late season ball game at 3A. Bonners Ferry off to a good start. Timberlake, hasn't lost since they lost tonight to Lakeland, but since that opening week loss to South Fremont as Pettit takes another knee.
And that's gonna do it.
That's gonna be it. Yeah. So our final in tonight's ball game, Sandpoint's gonna come away victorious on Lake City's homecoming night, 51-13. We're gonna take a couple-minute break, and we're gonna have some stats, wrap things up, and set you up for next week's ball game. Final: Sandpoint 51, Lake City 13. We'll be back here in a couple minutes on IdahoSports.com.
Because you already give them something money can't buy. We'll help with everything else, no matter what life holds. Mountain West Bank. Today, tomorrow, together. High school sports teams are known for their unity. No matter what's happening on the field, they stick together. Players, coaches, students, parents. One big family. That's why Mountain West Bank is so proud to sponsor Idaho high school sports. Today, tomorrow, together.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
And we're back here, final tonight in the ball game. Sandpoint wins 51-13 over the homecoming Lake City Timberwolves. A big win. That's what you call a monkey getting off your back in that one after the tough loss to Lewiston last week. Sandpoint comes back and gets a big win, and they needed that one. I got to tell you what, that was a game that they wanted to have, and they needed to have that one, and they came up big in this one. And a huge night for Parker Pettit and Max Frank and the Sandpoint Bulldogs, obviously victorious in this one. Looking ahead to next week's game, we've got, rivalry week coming up, and it's Coeur d'Alene taking on Lake City in that one, and then you got Sandpoint and Lakeland coming up in that one, and it's just going to be some great ball games coming up next week, and we're going to have IdahoSports.com. We're going to have our hands full. Some great games statewide next week, and thank you, sir. We're getting water from Lake City hosts, and so you got some stats for us from tonight's ball game.
Yeah, we're going to start with the win inside Sandpoint here. Parker Pettit, 180 yards total offense, 90 throwing, 2 touchdowns in the air and a touchdown on the ground, so 180 total yards and 3 touchdowns for Parker Pettit. For Max Franks, we have 133 yards total, 29 yards receiving, 104 on the ground, and 3 touchdowns as well. And then Brewster with 70.
I thought he had 4. He had 3?
He had 3.
Okay.
Wait, maybe. I could be
I
correct.
thought he had 1 receiving. He had a
You're
receiving
right.
session
He did.
too.
He has 4.
4
Yeah.
TD. Yeah.
4.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Brewster also adding 70 yards on the ground and a touchdown as well for the Bulldogs. So big rushing night. And then we flip over to Lake City. Jackson Pettit, 14 of 25, 160 yards, a touchdown and interception. Zach Johnson, 85 total yards and a touchdown. And then we have number 10, Jake Whitehead, with 77 yards rushing on the night.
Yeah, so I think for our IdahoSports.com player of the game, I'm going to flat out give it. We're going Max Frank.
I agree.
With the IdahoSports.com, you got 135 total yards and 4 touchdowns in a ball game. Congratulations to the junior from Sandpoint. He is our IdahoSports.com player of the game. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night. Our major sponsors make coverage on IdahoSports.com possible, including your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Valley-wide Cooperative and Country Stores, the Idaho Division of Public Health and Project Filter, the Idaho Transportation Department, and Mountain West Bank, of course, our title sponsor for North Idaho Game Night. From Brandon Fury, myself, Ryan Skaggs. So thanks for joining us this week. Congratulations to Max Frank, your IdahoSports.com player of the game. 135 total yards, 4 touchdowns in tonight's ball game. Sandpoint wins 51-13 over Lake City. We'll be with you next week. Make sure to tune in on Wednesday to the IdahoSports.com North Idaho Prepcast here on IdahoSports.com. Thank you and have a great night.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of